Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Skytear's Day, which is where we play Skytear for some portion of a day.
I like that you keep everybody on the edge of their seat there. It's like, and welcome
Pause.
to another Skytear
Pause.
Thursday. It's like, what are we getting today?
So I don't know the date
Getting Skytear, baby.
on it, but I know that we did a unboxing of the red yellow. Is it Stormsear? Was that the red yellow? And Winterdeep was the green blue.
Yeah.
Expansion for Skytear.
Yeah.
We did the unboxing of the Stormsear.
That makes sense, right? Because the storm is yellow, and the sear is like what fire does.
Yeah. And
red.
Winterdeep.
And then winter, and then deep is like the earth.
Yeah. So we did
smart.
the unboxing of the Skysear, but we didn't get to play it. And then before that, the previous Skytear video that we did, I think, I'm trying to think if it was the tutorial or we did one where you did like a quick deck building method.
I did do that. I remember
I don't
that.
remember
I'm going to
what
do that
it
again
was in.
today.
But it's been a long time since we played Skytear. If you're unfamiliar, Skytear is a game from a company called PvP Geeks out of Italy. We discovered it earlier this year and absolutely fell in love. It is a mixture of MOBA meets card game, sorta, kinda meets, it's not really chess at all. MOBA meets card game. So it's, there's discussion. We've had many discussions on stream on whether it's a miniatures game or a card game. How you want to classify those is, well, you know.
It's a great game, right? Let's just leave it. Let's just call it.
It is a great game.
Isn't that really? This is a postmodern, enlightened
that's
view
right.
of tabletop.
It is but a game.
How can we even draw these lines anymore?
How about we just say it is?
It is.
Anyways,
It's very Eastern.
that's
Thank
right. You said something about enlightenment, so I just went straight that direction. East. It was the direction that
That's
I had.
the only direction you can go, really.
But it's been a long time,
That
and
point.
this is a game. I remember what I was going to say. I finally got back. It's got positional elements. There's a map, and there's objectives on the table, and where you're at matters. It's also got card game elements because you build a deck and you have a hand of cards. But it's doing a lot of things really unique. If you've been watching our Flesh and Blood coverage, this was actually, it has some similarities. Like we'll pull up a card called Doom, assuming that's going to pop right over Steven over there. But the card Doom, if you look on the top left, it's got a rune, and that's the Karumo red faction rune. That's the resource cost of the card. And then on the top right is a modifier. That's when you flip it off the top of your deck. That's a funny sentence. Flip it right off the top of your deck.
the top of your deck. Let me tell you something, buddy.
It's the attack modifier. And so similarly, kind of, Flesh and Blood leans more into it, right? So Flesh and Blood has the resource production, the resource cost, the shield value, and the attack value, basically. But it's similar in that way where they're doing a lot with cards, and they don't have to make huge changes to give you very different kinds of cards. And the theme of it is there's the 4 different main factions, which is you have the red, fiery, lava faction. You have the air/wind faction, the desert people. You have the earth, really earth people.
Yeah. Earth, green.
Then you have like the
plants.
the nature vibe.
Terrain.
And then you have the water, like ice people. And each of those, you can tell when you see certain cards, they didn't have to change much about it to make it feel like one faction or another, but they're definitely very different cards, and they achieve similar goals in very different ways. So it's a incredible game. It's not that hard to pick up and learn. And then the depth that we've been finding in this game is just bottomless.
It's tremendous. I've gone on record saying it's in my top 3. It may be in the top spot.
It's probably the like.
There's your cards back.
Thank you.
Accidentally stole a stack of Zach's cards and organized them.
Yeah, appreciate
And then
that.
gave them
That's a
back.
very, very appreciated gesture that you did there. So yeah, if you are new, feel free to ask questions in the chat. We're going to be building decks using the 2 new expansions that just recently came out, and then playing. And we aren't necessarily, going to be explaining every little thing that we do, but we're happy to hang out and answer. I assume there's some new people in the chat. And if you are new, I'd love to hear from you in the chat, or if you're watching the video back later when you're watching it.
There are also people out there that are a lot better at this game than we are. I know that's hard to believe. But there's a lot of intricacy to this game and a lot of like depth to the game that Zach and I are just now kind of on the surface of. There's a lot of tournaments. They're doing a great job, constantly kind of having some online presence and online tournaments, leagues, casual, as well as some more competitive stuff going on. So check out the Skytear Discord. get on their newsletter, go to the website, look at it. Just get involved because they're getting very involved in their game and the community that's creating or I guess being generated from it. So it's good to give that back. It's one of those things where it's worth the investment. Not just the game, but like the actual publisher community relationship. It's worth the investment of getting involved in it. I actually get their newsletters and I don't just immediately trash them.
You actually read them.
Like 99% of everything that comes through regarding tabletop games, right into the dump. It's like, don't want to hear about your third iteration of whatever, role-playing system coming to
December of
Kickstarter.
2021?
No, I don't. If I want to hear about it, I'll go look at it. But with Skytear, I actually read every word of the things of the newsletters. So
Blaine
good
saying,
job, Jockmo.
what's up, TC? Normally a Marvel Champions viewer, but wanted to check out y'all's other stuff. This is a great stream to be on.
Come on in. This is awesome. The board presence of this game is one of its greatest assets that we don't talk about enough. Ben Sweeney said this. I want to shout out to you, Ben. Also, good to see everybody here. Tom, I see you.
Yes.
You're always here for
He's back
Skytear.
this week. Tom McCall. Hey, Richard on Facebook asking if this is more like Ascension deck building or Magic. More like Magic. You have your own collection, you build your own deck, but it's not collectible. So it's in that way, it's more like it's not quite living card game style. They do like once a quarter releases. We just got 2 releases that came with like a deck of cards for each release, and then 2 new hero models and whatnot, and miniatures.
Ben saying, I love this game. In person, it's so much better than Tabletop Simulator. And this is the wild thing, is like, this thing was hitting about the time that everybody was closing the doors.
We did a episode of the podcast a couple weeks ago
with the brothers,
with the 2 brothers that made this game and that founded this company. So if you want to hear more about their story in 2020, that's a hilarious and sad moment. But the fact they're still standing is a really good sign.
And a lot of people's experience with this game so far is just through Tabletop Simulator. We're in a kind of a rare situation where Zach and I get to play this in person and have only played it in person from the start. So we can just tell you from experience. Of course, you can choose to believe or not believe. That's your right as a human being. But it is so good in person. In fact, I tried to play it on Tabletop Simulator and couldn't quite appreciate it. It was fine. But also my computer was kind of bricked out.
I think people that get used to it are into it on, there's a community-driven mod that's been made for TTS that apapparently is really good.
Yeah, the mod is incredible.
But it's just never the
computer
same as being in person.
I don't want a computer.
So many chats coming in.
You guys are as talkative as we are today.
Let me go back for a second. Tor saying, I haven't touched this game since the first few expansions. Have there been any major rules changes since then?
Well, you know what we can do? We can go to that sweet living document.
You want me to find it?
Yeah, just go to playskytear.com. See, look, this is real testing going on. Now you'll notice that you're at community.playskytear.com. Is that the right place?
I can get there.
Yeah. See, you're not See, if one of my parents ended up here, they'd be lost already. They'd have already printed something.
It's because I had the deck builder bookmarked, so it pulled that link up.
Yeah. Hey, it's my face.
You are on the Skytear homepage.
They put a different picture
in quotes. Unlike a lot of games that say they're going to be like a MOBA, Skytear actually doesn't.
I stand by that. Also, I like this game before my face was on their webpage, so don't think I'm shilling anybody here.
All right, let's see if we can find a
Go to the hamburger. Apparently the hamburger is not really what you're supposed to do anymore.
To play.
No, that's not what you want. All the rules. It was right next to it. You don't want to learn to play. You want to learn the rules. Yeah,
all the rules.
All the rules, yeah. It's quite a journey. You wouldn't believe how exciting it is to watch us navigate a browser. Wish we could share that one with you, but I'm sorry that we can't.
Ooh, there's a summary. They get me.
Yeah, check the summary.
I don't need the whole thing. I just need the summation.
I'm catching up here. Colin Honingman, this game looks so cool. I just don't know if I have room for Marvel Flesh and Blood in this. You may not, but here's the thing. So this is a great Christmas gift, first of all. Number one, in-the-box experience. You just give it to somebody or ask for it for yourself. You get all these early models. You get a ton of content. You get a bunch of cards. Then you can spend the rest of your holidays painting and making your models come to life. And now, hopefully, this is the grand hope, right? We're all kind of holding on to this in some degree. We've got some good vaccine news coming in. It's still a long ways off. We got to distribute and all of that. But assuming that vaccine positivity continues, then we're looking at maybe mid next year, late next year, whenever we can kind of reemerge from our universal COVID hermit crab shell and go walk around on the sand a little bit. And if that happens, about the time that, maybe that next Skytear release and kind of everybody's got their models painted and we're just sitting in our houses ready to go, then I think this could explode into local communities.
Worth
in a very
mentioning
good way.
too, Joseph Kane's comment made me think about it. But on the podcast we had with them, they said they were actively developing a cooperative and solo mode version of this game that you can port the models over and use in that other game.
Yes.
I'm super excited about that. That was one of the things when we first started covering Skytear, people were asking for the most was, hey, if this was solo or cooperative, I would buy in because then I knew I could get use out of it. So that's definitely something we're excited to see coming in.
Brian Necht here saying, I played this game at least once a week for the past 6 months, and the experience just keeps getting better and better. Now, what else can you say that about? 6 months doing something every week, and it continues to get better.
I'm feeling that way about Flesh, Blood, and Ashes.
What non-game things can you feel that way about?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing, right? Impossible. It's not even conceivable.
Not even imaginable.
Larry Bartle is saying,
Go ahead.
More Skytear. I love my subscription. Will we be getting the Kickstarter outsider that they mentioned coming to retail? My guess, Larry, is that we wouldn't throw that through the sub because half the subscribers probably already have it and half of them don't. And so that'd probably be an a la carte purchase from PvP Direct, but we'll take a look at it.
Unless they package it in a standard expansion.
Which they may do.
I think they said it was going to be organized play.
Oh, okay.
Which would mean you have to go to a physical event.
Super solid.
Jesse Naylor saying, I just got some paint to paint my models. Any tips for a beginner to model painting? There's a blog on the website that is exactly that. We did a couple streams where I was showing Steven the ropes on painting his minions that he painted. And it's not that crazy.
These look great still, by the way.
Yeah, they really
I'm very
do.
happy with
those.
those.
Look at the little ice guy over there.
Very happy with these.
I still need to finish mine. We're doing a paint-a-thon next week too. Hey, watch out for that. Monday and Tuesday.
Join us on Monday and Tuesday.
We're going to be streaming. We can answer any questions you have there, especially. But I'm going to link this blog because I think that'll be most helpful for you.
If you're just getting started painting too, right now, go to Zach's blog and maybe order a brush set and some early paint.
There's a whole list of things that you might want to get on here.
And then join us for the painting session, and we'll be here, just shooting it like we always do. And you can ask any questions that you have while we're streaming. And then it's like, hey, am I supposed to water this paint down? And we'll say yes. And then you'll say, how much am I supposed to water it down? And we say more. Yeah. Always more.
You can You can recover from too thin. You cannot recover from too thick on the paint.
Take from our sponsor, Nalgene, made in the USA. If you take this entire bottle and put 1 drop of paint in it, you almost watered it down enough. That's what I've learned about. That's what I've learned about paint.
It's not too far from the truth. Eli saying co-op game sounds great. It's a full new game, right? Yeah, it's a totally new
game.
They were originally trying to just create a rule set that would allow you to do it with the stuff you already have. And then after doing that for a little bit, it was like, this isn't good enough. So then they just started over and it was like, let's design a co-op/solo game in this universe with these models. And we'll put out an experience. And I think the actual box of however they're going to release that's going to have cardboard stand-ins for these, for people that don't necessarily want to make the investment into the miniatures, but everyone's got the miniatures and has them painted. We'll have an amazing experience.
And they've got the chops to make a good game, so it's going to be great. Can you imagine taking these models that were so beautifully painted here by Dan and just put them into a solo game where we're moving around?
I presume we're going to do that, yeah.
Or so maybe we're bringing peace. Maybe it's all diplomacy. I don't know what they're going to do. But I've got swords for a reason on that guy, I presume. Nathan Bradley, hey, Steven, been a while since I've been able to be on stream. Yeah, it's been a while, Nathan. You've been neglecting us, and I've noticed.
Are we even friends anymore?
Said, I hope you guys are well. Keep up the good work. Still waiting on our Champions bout, Zach. You supposed to play Champions with Nathan?
No, basically I'm going to prove that leadership can thwart better than justice.
That's not easy, but probably possible. Othello is saying, how easy is it for one collection to be used by multiple people?
I think it's pretty easy. As long as you don't want to play the same color, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Particularly if you're on the opposite side
across
of the spectrum.
two opposite spectrum.
So if your red, blue, or yellow, green is your favorite, you're going to have very little crossover. Ben Sweeney saying, I agree here. He says, oh, thank God. I was scared our Nalgene sponsorship got dropped. It didn't, nor did it ever exist.
Yeah, William McCartney, this is good. Hey guys, just here to watch, excited about the game. Didn't buy because I don't have anyone to play it with. I didn't know it was on TTS. Totally free on TTS. Get involved. You can do everything. All the beauty of this game is available to you for free. And then once they've got their hooks in you, you're going to want to buy it because it's that good. Well, and I'll stand behind that. I'll put a flag in it.
There's an incredibly committed and healthy TTS community for this game. Yep. That is definitely one of the huge upsides. from the very beginning of all of this, when all this started going crazy, they were super active in building the TTS community and making sure that the TTS mod was as good as it could be, given that's how most people are going to experience the game right now.
Because they launched a game into a pandemic.
Whoopsie.
Whoops. Didn't mean to, but that's how
You ready to do some building?
Yeah, let's build. I'm going to use my method. You're going to use your method. So let me get my 20 minutes or 5 minutes out of the way, and then
I'll take up the rest
take
of the
up
time.
the rest of the time. So
as,
Zach
as
and I,
we what would you even call my like basically
Madness.
no, it's like instead of a logically reasoned approach, maybe
yeah,
madness
it's
is
kind
the right
of,
word.
you just
Are these
throw-
mine? What
I
is
think
this?
so. They're not mine. It's extras that I had. You kind of, it's like that, you throw paint at the wall and then call it a painting at the end of the day. That kind of a situation.
Mine's just more like intuiting your way through it. You know what I mean?
You do, yeah, you have a lot of intuition.
It's like I'm
there.
gonna do one of this, not because I know, like, there's not like a math, like I need all these numbers, 1 cost and 3 cost, and here's my system. It's just like, this feels like it's the right thing to do.
And then sometimes it's like, well, I just want one of these around just in case, it's the right perfect time.
I need to discard it so Steven knows it's there.
That's it. That's correct. Thomas Briggs saying, I've been moving away from video games and jumping back into board games. Would this be one that you'd recommend alongside Flesh and Blood, which is the game I've gotten into most? I think these two are on the perfect end. If you like card games, Flesh and Blood on one side and Skytear on the other is about as good of a whole experience you can create with cards, I would say. Like the miniatures side of things on Skytear over here, the analytical Flesh and Blood quick action over here. Those are the two poles of incredible deck building that you can do, I think, right now. So both of them have incredible deck building, but both have very different experiences. If you got into both of those games, you would be so happy. Like, that's where I am right now.
Yeah.
I'm in absolute paradise.
I think both games are getting some similar things right. This is a very different experience, but like I was saying earlier, the resource/attack mechanic has a similarity, but of course this isn't one-on-one fighting brawl in the alley. This is positional area control management, basically, which is
much more epic.
If you watch us play, you'll definitely get to see it.
Also, if you ever played Dota or League of Legends, that kind of stuff, you'll see it. You'll see it.
There's something I wanted to answer.
These cards, the art is better.
Oh wait, I don't want to answer anything. I want to read you something.
Okay,
So let's look at the updates from the Living Rulebook before you decide what you're doing.
Okay,
because these actually matter a lot.
Give me the
So
updates.
these changes came in on October 6th, 2020. The first things first, the Outsider update, they are now officially enemies. You can kick them anytime you want. An Outsider is considered an enemy hero all the time, even without hunting for power. So hunting for power is this objective they introduced where you can defeat the Outsider to win the game.
That's right.
So that was the first time that it was actually an enemy. But now they're just saying it's always an enemy. It always counts as an enemy.
So that means that I can potentially always redirect to it, which is nice. So like if you're targeting me, I can redirect it to the Outsider. You can always use it you can attack it for whatever reason you might have to do so. Well, now, if you defeat it, what happens?
Here's some reasons. Outsiders are considered friendly heroes while you activate or take actions with them.
Nice.
So like cards that reference a friendly hero.
Soul Swap just got way
or
better.
An enemy hero.
Ooh, my heart.
If a player defeats the Outsider, that counts towards the victory cards because it counts as an enemy
It's
hero.
an enemy hero.
So on the one it's like defeat 3 enemy heroes, now it counts as a hero.
Oh my.
And what else happens when you defeat a hero?
You draw cards.
You draw a power card. 2 power cards.
2 power cards.
Yeah, 2 for the money. Counts for the victory cards, and it's removed from the game. There's no longer an Outsider to activate for that dome control.
That's incredible.
So if you defeat the Outsider, it is removed from play for the game. Very good. I like that a lot. All right, control tokens. Minion waves are now quicker and easier to move, while they also spread like real waves. When a control token completes a movement, only the minion in the same lane that no longer has line of sight to it are repositioned.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? That changes everything.
Following the spawn rules, minions that are still in line of sight with it after the movement stay
That's
where
insane.
they are.
What are you talking about?
It's a whole new game. So
it's so much harder to push now. Because like all of it used to be, you push a token and then all your minions cover for you up.
Well, they will cover up as long as if they lose line of sight.
But like you got to push it usually like 2 to 3 spaces.
But they're
which is
still
wild.
like within 3. They're still in range of controlling it if they have line of sight.
Yeah. They'll control it, but I'm saying you're more exposed because at that point you can't like divert your attacks. It used to be you could stay in your swarm of minions. I'm thinking like Strength of the Pack and those kinds of cards that trigger off of minions. Now they're going to kind of lag behind that control token, so like you can't, which is correct. I mean, that's usually how Dota feels.
It also means that the placement of those minions becomes a lot more critical.
Yeah.
And any cards that move the minions, which green has some, are more valuable now.
That is true.
So
that is true.
I like that a lot though, because
yeah,
again,
it's clean.
It removes a step as well, right? Because we always forget, it's like, oh, did we snap? Yeah, you get it. All right, now on the worship actions, there's a couple updates. The longest list is Talent, which I assume you'll be playing because it's the blue-green.
Yeah, we're gonna use all the new heroes, I think.
Yeah,
did we agree with that?
I will agree to it. Yeah, but I heard mine
I agree
really
to
good.
it as well.
So first thing, Talent pillars are now easier to place. Targeting and line of sight are no longer required to place a new pillar with the Talent worship action, but it is still needed to be placed within 3 hexes.
Okay, so you got to place a pillar within 3 hexes. So if I'm, let's take it to the top down for a second. Let's take a look at these changes. So if I'm, let's say I'm Ixotask here.
So he can, when he worships, he can put a pillar
within 3.
Anywhere within 3. No, it's not within. It's
within. So it used to be that I couldn't put a pillar here because I can't see it. It used to be line of sight driven, but now I could slap this thing 1, 2, 3 away and not even worry about it, which is great because now it seems like there's no worship actions that require line of sight.
That's what they're changing.
Do I still have to see my illusion to get its ability?
We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
So the thing about that though is any cards that would put a pillar down, if it says like within 3, you still have to have line of sight to that. It's just the worship action that ignores line of sight.
Unless does it say target hex? It would have to say target hex, would it not? You'd have to target the space.
Well, it's saying targeting and line of sight are no longer required to place a new pillar with the Talent worship action, but it's still needed to be placed within 3 hexes. So to place it within 3 in any other effect that's not a worship action.
Or is it just trying to say...
It's not changing the definition of within. It's just saying when you're doing a worship action, within 3 doesn't need to have line of sight.
But within 3 is never needed to have line of sight.
I thought like when I'm dodging, I have to be able to see the spot I'm dodging to.
Doesn't it say target hex though? What does dodge say? Let's look it up. There's a bunch of people probably in chat that know what's going on.
Place the caster in target hex within 2 hexes.
Yeah. So anything that says target requires line of sight. So the worship action used to say target, I think, within target hex within 3, and it's no longer saying target hex within 3.
But then why does it say it still needs to be placed with? Oh, it says it still needs to be placed within 3 hexes.
Oh, so just like place a pillar within 3 hexes.
Yeah,
That's all it's saying.
Okay,
it doesn't need line of sight to place it. Yeah.
All right. Talent pillars are streamlined and easier to remove, even with the AOE. Talent pillars now have 1 health, 0 armor, and are removed when they lose the HP.
Thank you.
Kurumo marks. That's the red action. There's no place to hide from Kurumo's wrath. Targeting and line of sight are no longer required to apply a mark with the Kurumo worship action, but it still need to be applied to an enemy hero within 3 hexes.
So the same thing.
Yeah. So they're used to Talent and Kurumo, they had to see what they were doing, whereas the other two, Nupton and Leothin, that's the one I'm least familiar with.
Yeah, you dove into the deep water there.
They basically never have that restriction. So it's basically making it universal, which is the right thing to do.
Okay.
No worship actions need line of sight. You can remove that vernacular from your brain.
100%.
The Nupton illusions are streamlined and easier to remove, even with an AoE. Nupton illusions now have 1 HP, 0 armor, and are removed when they lose 1 HP or more.
Absolutely love it.
Otherwise, you still have to be able to see it for you to get the ability.
Green still has to see the pillar to get the ability. Yellow still has to see the illusion to get the ability, but placing them is universally okay no matter where they go.
But just thinking about it, one of my favorite heroes of all time suddenly got way better, which is Yami. So Yami, as an example, she marks someone within 3, and then she gets to move next to them.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
So used to, if Yami, you want to give me back to that top down?
Yeah.
If Ixotas was over here and Yami was here, she can't see Ixotas because she's inside the dome and he's outside of it. There's a barrier there. That's so good. But now she can mark him, and suddenly she can move to like right here.
That's so good.
Which is like chef's
I'm in love
kiss.
with this rule.
Chef's kiss good.
I'm in love with this rule.
Then we got a few banned cards. Victory cards, Siege, gone. Hunting for Power is errated. Defeat the outsider when a hero declares an attack against action targeting the outside of the hero's owner draws a power card.
What does that say? Hunting for Power. Defeat the outsider when a hero declares an attack. Okay, it didn't used to draw you a power card.
was it used to say when a hero declares an attack action targeting the outsider, that hero's owner draws a power card.
What does it say now?
The outsider can be damaged as considered both a friendly and an enemy hero.
Oh, did it say declares an attack? What does it say? What did it say previously? Did it say attacks when?
Well, it had that second line, which is the outsider can be damaged and is considered both a friendly and enemy hero.
So you don't need that because it's already now a static rule of the game.
You
of
got
course.
it.
Keeping it clean though.
Yeah.
They're keeping it clean for us.
There was some things that became a problem because it was both an enemy and a friendly hero. There were like cards people were abusing in some way. I don't know.
Of course.
I remember Tim telling me about it.
As you degenerate deck building types are wont to do.
Not us.
Not us, never. I just want to play my little Gungan deck and move on. And it's totally fair. Arena of Death?
I didn't know they had Gungans in this game. All right, so weave me a tale. Show me your deck building method. What do your new heroes do? I haven't seen these.
Let's take a look.
But I'll tell you what.
We're already here.
I was cleaning up some of these models of mold lines this past weekend. And this character, Warhild. I love this character. I don't know what she does, but her model is awesome. She reminds me of that Warcaster I used to play in Legion.
Yeah, whatever that archer was, etc.
Name?
Those are some old days there. I played that guy with the 2 guns, Garrett. He was a strong tier 2, which is why, of course.
Perfect. Right in there.
So World, the first thing to note is this is a 13 health assassin. So you thought Blowgun Man was weak. I mean, let's take a look at that. Also known as Akla for Bryce at home. Thank you. Blowgun Man probably won't pull up the correct card. That was a 15 health, 0 armor, and he's just getting slapped around, you know, like you've never seen before.
She better be bringing the juice.
She's bringing the heat. So let's look at why. These are good comparables. So they're essentially the same stat lines, except she just has 2 less health. Right now, when a friendly pillar is placed or removed within 3 hexes of her, she deals 1 damage to target enemy hero. So you place a pillar within 3 of her, anything that she can see and target, you can do 1 damage to one of those targets. That's nice. That could be actually a very good chainsaw.
That's a lot.
And that does it armor apply to that? Did we decide it does or doesn't on on things like this? I think armor does.
I think it does.
It's dealing damage, yeah.
So she can basically hit non-armored things for free or things that have their armor reduced.
100%. And then her nimble ability is where it's at here. She cannot be targeted when she's shapeshifted. Yeah. But when she's activated, remove shapeshift from her. So what she's going to want to do most of the time is activate, take 2 actions, and then 3rd action shapeshift exhaust, so that she sits there shapeshifted, can't see me.
Or worse, imagine if there was a blue card that would let you shapeshift as a reaction.
I could only imagine.
Can you picture how crazy that would be? I go to attack with a big swing with anybody, and all of a sudden you're just disappearing.
As if...
Worth noting too, this is really cool, right? She's a blue character with a trigger that triggers off of pillars coming and going.
That's right, so she wants to play with green heroes. Touch of Leothan, Zach, funny you mention it. We've seen this card. Reaction, apply it to the caster. So even if you attack her, remember you check your targeting rules at the resolution of the attack. So if I respond by shapeshifting, now that attack is going to fizzle because I can't be targeted. So do you really want to risk it? What if I'm holding one of these, you know? It's like, you'll get caught up in the crossfire situation.
Yeah, she will disappear a lot.
Yes. Okay, so that's exciting. And then we have Nantaka, Monarch Unliving, another kind of melee assassin here, right? Is that what that means?
I don't know.
That's a melee
sword
assassin,
with
isn't it?
Star going around
Sword with a swing, or is it a warrior maybe? Ruler of living and dead. So while Nantaka can see a pillar, when it is attacking, gets +1 attack for each friendly minion in line of sight of the target. That is unbelievably good. Like if you can see 4 minions, that's a 6 with 2 cards flipped attack.
Hold the phone.
Are you kidding me? You thought Strength of the Pack was busted.
Wow. It's a her, by the way.
It's a her. Nice.
Of her target.
Okay. I believe.
All right, what's the bottom ability? I didn't even read it.
Bottom ability, Nature Incarnate. Friendly Leothan heroes can shapeshift Nantaka with their worship actions. So I can shapeshift this tree person. Nantaka cannot be moved by enemy effects while shapeshifted. So in response to you trying to move Nantaka, I can Touch of Leothan. No, it's only the caster. Oh, she can cast it. No, wait. But only friendly Leothan heroes can shapeshift her. with their
Isn't she a
worship
friendly
actions.
hero? Does it say other?
It says friendly Leothan heroes,
Oh,
of which
not
she
her.
is not.
But like on her turn, she could take a shapeshift action to shapeshift.
Mm-hmm. And then you root, basically, and then you're like controlling the dome. And Nantaka likes presence, some would say. Now let's look at the ultimates. Let's start with
Doesn't everyone like
Nantaka's.
presents?
Let's talk to them while we're here with Nantaka. Call of the Queen says apply Frenzy to Nantaka. Her attack actions hit all enemy heroes adjacent to and in line of sight with friendly minions in addition to their original target. Oh my gosh. This is so bustedly good, particularly if it ever actually works. So you get Frenzy, which means you get 2 attacks for 1 action. You get attack actions hitting everybody of yours who's next to a friendly minion. Isn't that insane? Adjacent to and line of sight with all friendly minions. It doesn't even matter. They can be on the other side of the board. Is that true?
It has to be adjacent to and in line of sight with a friendly minion. In addition to the original target.
You realize how insane that is?
That's a lot of attacks. So by turn 3, if I want to say Nantucket
I know, yeah.
is on the board, then you cannot be next to minions.
I mean, if you're next to a friendly minion and you're low on health, you could get YOLO'd from downtown.
Crazy. What was the other ultimate?
And the ability still takes into account this +1 attack for each friendly minion in line of sight of her target.
She gets 2 attacks too.
Yeah, it's so nuts.
And on this, just for clarity, I get to see it upside. Nantaka. Does that rune next to that mean she has to be able to see a pillar to
That's
do
correct. Yeah, that's the pillar turns that ability on, basically. And then look at the Ermine's Eye from Vorld over here.
that? Look at that art. That's cool. Frozen arrow.
This is going to be an old school Dota move. I can guarantee it. Target an adjacent hex. This one. Deal 4+ damage to the nearest enemy hero in line with that hex and the caster. Then apply slow and disarm to them. So think about this.
Yeah, she can shoot across the board.
That's right.
She could be right here.
That's right.
Then she targets this hex.
That's right.
My hero's here.
Mm-hmm.
And you do a 4 damage plus a card attack there.
It's basically the nearest hero in a straight line. The nearest. And then you get slowed and disabled, and you take 4+.
So
How
yeah, she
cool
can,
is that? That's like the
even-
downtown snipe, and you have this in
Picture-
all of these MOBA style games.
She's hanging out over here in Forestville. I'm hanging out over here in Forestville. She can hit me.
All of a sudden.
Isn't
That's
that
right.
crazy? That's really cool.
Yep.
I told you I'd like that character.
That's
Just generic,
That's
right?
just exactly what you want. That's just exactly what you want. What are you working with on your new heroes over there? I'm gonna start thinking about this.
All right, to go back to a couple weeks ago when we unboxed Shadris, the last light is the yellow-red. He has momentum. When he becomes exhausted, he can push a target adjacent marked hero 1 hex and slow them. So after he goes, if he's adjacent to a marked hero, he can push them a hex and slow them.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. He also has ever-present custodian. When a friendly hero adjacent to Shadris' illusion would take damage, Shadris may lose the same amount of HP instead. So anyone next to an illusion, or next to his illusion, he can soak the damage.
That's right. He's
he's
the
got-
great tank sponge.
And he's got 2 armor and 17 health, so that soak damage wouldn't cancel out. He can't use his armor on it. He has to lose the health instead. But he's not someone you typically would want to just go at. And so, like, if he has a lot of health and he's a soak.
It's the right way to build a tank, I think.
Yeah.
Because you want them to be able to, like, have relevance when you're not attacking them.
Yeah. We also got None Shall Enter on his ultimate. Place each hero and each minion hit in the hex outside the AoE closest to their current hex. Hexes in the AoE block movement and line of sight. So he's the one that puts up a wall.
That's right.
So it's like, let me grab him. If he was here, he can basically do this. Need more. So anything in this, he can push outside of it, basically. And then these become things you can't move through.
Man, you can just see it. I can
So
see
he
it.
just shuts off the board,
graphics.
basically. Yeah.
The graphics of this game are so good.
Okay. Then we also got Kumaya. She's the red-yellow. She has smoke screen. When she has line of sight towards any friendly illusion, enemy heroes adjacent to her have their line of sight reduced by 1
I can't
hex.
believe how good that is. It makes me furiously excited.
So if she can see a friendly illusion, any enemy next to her can see 1 less space.
Yeah, she's going to be the last thing you activate if you're going last.
She also has burning sensors. When she marks someone, you deal a damage plus... Oh, no, not even marks. Is that when she marks?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah. You deal 1 damage plus to all enemy heroes hit, and it's basically... You can see her model, which is kind of fanning out.
Oh, and she gets to do the double stab.
Yeah, so she gets a 1 damage plus a card to both enemies in these spaces, and it's heroes only.
I think that this reminds me of Anachronism. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, we got to figure out
where to
right angle
position.
is.
She's also the one with the Void Palace as an ultimate.
Do you think that means that? So that ability just triggers whenever she applies a mark to a target. Do you think that it marks both targets? Right? Doesn't. Couldn't.
No.
You choose a target, you mark it, and then anything next to her. It doesn't even have to be the thing you marked.
Right.
Cool. Nice.
Yep. So those are my heroes.
What's up, Jockmo? Jockmo in the chat. Everybody say hey to Jockmo, one of the designers of this game, of 2. Great person, great marketing, great commitment to the game. One of the brains behind it.
What else can you ask for?
What else can you ask for?
So I'm obviously running these 2 cats, and then we'll get to my deck building in a second. What are you thinking?
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's a fun way to do this, and there's an annoying way to do this. Or a good way to do this, I should say. So the new heroes that we got here, both of them are flimsy assassin types. So you would think...
So you're going to lean into it, or are you going to beef up?
That's exactly right. Do you go, okay, I'm going to bring in 2 tanks. Now, we could build the 6 list and draft and whatnot, but I feel like I'm going to get these 2 no matter what, and so I'm just going to build 2 other heroes to complement
I'm
them.
doing the same thing.
So I could do this. This is bringing in the beef, or I could
That is some real beef.
I could do the thing that I really want, which is I really love the idea of Aqua with the new pillar tech, because the fact that he can place a pillar outside of his line of sight and then instantly gain line of sight with his ability makes him way better, and I really like that.
Do you think your stack of new cards will change which heroes you want?
Yes, but I'm going to go in blind. I'm going to choose my heroes first.
And
then if there's been a terrible mistake, then I will
hopefully
I'll peace
realize
out.
it.
Because Aqua I love. Now, I don't get to take advantage of the red cards, and the blue cards will be dead. But man, do I love the idea of him with those pillars. And then we can throw Brilvar in there. Just to get a nice triangle of power, and then Aqua as the lone stalker, as you should. So let's just go there. It's not going to be good. It's going to be fun. Story of my life. Okay, now, welcome to Steven's fast deck building session.
Do minions get spawned before you clear the resources for the turn?
Testing my knowledge. So what does that mean? What do you possibly mean by that?
The card barring the way, when a minion would be spawned within 3 hexes from the caster, that minion is not spawned instead. Can you even play that when typical minions are coming out?
Only during the activation
It only
phase.
matters if they somehow have a way to spawn a minion mid-turn.
For instance,
That's right.
Mermaid Gal, or the cards that bring him in that blue has. Yeah. There's a very much that to me is a meta pull card where, like, if there's too much minion nonsense going on,
I'm with it.
let's turn that down. Okay, so now I'm going to choose 7 cards, and all 7 of those cards are going to go across my main 3 heroes, which are going to be Brilvar, Nantaka, and World. So I think I'm definitely going to start out with 3 Touch of Leothan, because you got to test the new cards, right?
It's a great looking card.
Then we've got Espionage, some incredible art. I love this world, by the way. I'm falling in love with this world more and more.
You read the lore book yet?
No. Where is it?
I like that.
Oh, yeah. I was lining up the shot today, and this Welcome to Wraith book is just add attention there.
I don't know. Maybe it's at my house.
Well, that's probably why I haven't read it. It's a good art. Great art. It's the kind of effect that there are some of you out there that are going to absolutely love this card. And I'm probably in that camp, but I'm not ready to dive into this yet. Where I can look at the top 2 cards of Zach's deck and see if he's going to kill me or not. Those kinds of situations.
Well, the best thing for me is when I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm going to take an action lead from the top of my deck.
Yeah, let's take a look.
But I can't change it after that.
Yeah, I know. It's good.
That's miserable.
I know. Yeah, we'll do presence, espionage. We're doing this whole like...
That's awesome.
Okay, but I'm not going to run it because it just doesn't work here. But it does work. Okay.
Jared's saying, hey guys, just got my starter box and beginner sets to try out. Thanks for the streams. They pushed me to get the subscription too.
Welcome, Jared.
Hey, that's a good time. If you play this game and you aren't a subscriber yet, you should really look at that.
Yeah, get into this thing. Okay, then I like to have at least one movement ability. Call me old-fashioned.
Joseph Kane says, you choose to lead as your action. You choose where you're leading from.
On resolution.
I'm going to lead. Then you can predict and be like, are you going to lead from the top or are you going to lead from your hand?
That's cool. Actually, that's very cool. That's very cool.
All right.
All right, let's go Fool Me Once. What do you think about that card?
Fool Me Once. Kitty.
The next time the caster loses hit points, move them 1 hex. Good example of this would be you roll over here, do, let's say, a couple of Shatter Minds in an attack or something. Or you got Frenzy and you're going to attack with melee hero. You attack, I respond, Fool Me Once, I take the first attack, move 1 hex away, you can't do the second attack. All of those, this is going to be a card that people are going to utilize very nicely.
Isn't it funny? You immediately, I was confused at your sentence because you immediately read that card and you said, I'm going to use it on my caster. And I immediately read that card and said, I'm going to put it on your caster.
So you can like move them closer or move them out of the dome or something? This is a very versatile card. You've sold me on it. Let's take a look at it.
I have so many. It's probably just both me as me, but also being plain red, where it's like, so many just like, I can do 1 damage when I mark you, or I can do whatever. And it was like, oh, I can play this card on you, ping you for a damage, move you to me.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
Tom McCall saying, has this game gotten more complicated since you first played it? I don't think so.
I don't think so. As long as the cards are all good, it's not complicated, right? You just run the ones you like.
I think the rules have actually gotten streamlined. They've cleaned a lot of stuff up.
We've got the Hunt Begins. This is a card that is going to be great, particularly in like mono blue lists and things that are really capitalizing on all this shape-shifting synergy. That's not me. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave that one out.
Very cool art.
Yeah, great art, isn't it?
Got the wolf pack.
Oh.
Do.
Then Strength of the Pack is on my short list. That card's always good. I'm going to put Nourish on my short list. I'm going to put Unfamiliar Terrain on my short list. Sorry, Bryce, for reading off all of those at once. I think Presence is going in. I don't know. Something tells me it's still a good one.
I'm still on the fence on whether that card's worth it. That's a /S in case we're not clear.
Yep, I'm with you. Then let's see.
Tom's saying it seems like some of these cards are leaving you puzzled. No, I think 2 things are happening. One, it's been a while since we've been playing a lot of different games. The Throwback Thursdays, particularly, just tons of rule systems floating around in old Duder's head. But then on top of that, I think these are the kind of questions we asked about all the Skytear cards up front, and then we learned them. And then when we were playing a lot, we just didn't have those questions anymore. But this is similar to how I felt when we were first learning the game.
You know what? I'm going to be weird. Chasm is to me the card here, but I'm going to go with 3 Ice Walls. Just to play into the can't see me strategy. Is he setting distraction? Discard a lead card from target hero?
Gross.
Only on turn 3, though. Who cares by then? The lanes are already won and lost, right?
Sure.
All right, so I got 4 cards here. I really want to choose
I was kidding, Brian.
Another
Presence is one of the
2
best cards in the game.
and another 3 from green,
So what
ideally.
are you doing? Can you explain to the folks at home Steven's trademark, patentable, patent pending deck building method?
So what I like to do is I'll come in here, choose 3 core heroes, and then I'll choose 2 1-mana cards, 2 2-mana cards, 2 3-mana cards. Put 3 across all of them, 1 on each, as you can see here what that's happening. So you can see here I've got 2 1-mana cards already chosen. I need 1 2 and 1 3, and then each hero is going to get a special card that makes them awesome. So I'm looking at some of these new ones. Reclaim
I
Life.
thought that was called their ultimate.
The next time target hero would be healed, the caster is healed for the same amount instead. That is an incredible ability, particularly anti-blue.
What color is that card?
It's green.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's coming to a red-green list near you.
Ooh, Guerrilla Tactics. The caster gets +2 skirmish damage. That is incredibly good in these green skirmish lists.
I feel like with some of these cards I'm seeing that are very specifically anti-one color, like I have one, like you were saying the predict thing. So some colors are better at predict. I had a card, let me find it. This Triumph of the Light, I can remove a pillar. I almost wonder, because the cool part about the deck building is you build 6 heroes with 8 cards each. I might end up having a flex slot that is
anti-color
specific color matchups. You could imagine if you look across and you're seeing red yellow, you bring your anti-red character and your anti-yellow character plus your 2 staples.
That's probably the way you should do it.
How
At this point, we have enough counterplay to do it. Yeah, because we have in green, Dreams of Talat, remove a friendly pillar on the battlefield, place a friendly pillar on target hex that does not contain a token or miniature. You can move your pillars around. You have Triumph of the Wild, remove an illusion in line of sight. Caster gets +1 armor.
That's what I'm saying. So like that's the kind of thing where it's
anti-yellow moment.
You literally just have an anti-hero for each one.
Stone Barricade needs to get some love. I feel like I should play that.
Tom McCall saying, thanks for the clarification. I was a bit worried if I got into this at a later date, I'd have to start with simple factions and decks. I think the core set plus those original faction packs they put out is a great place to start, and that's most of the content we've seen so far.
Ooh, here we go. Unburial Rites. Green with a strong -1 here. 2 mana. Remove any number of friendly pillars in line of sight, then spawn a friendly minion for each pillar removed this way.
What? No limit?
No freaking limit.
Does Texas Hold'em? What? Because there's no limit to how many pillars you can have out. Lordy. It turns all your pillars into potential minions, which means I'm going to have to AoE them off the board.
They do have to be in line of sight. So, you know, if you stack, you have to stack them all on the lane and then be able to see them all. If it exploded all pillars on the board, that would be something.
Even if it turns 2 or 3 pillars into minions, that's a phenomenal card.
It's a great exchange, isn't it? Man, should I play Recall? No. Okay. Slide. I think I'm going to go 3 slides. I can't get away from it.
It's a positional game, is it not?
I can't get away from it, man.
That's all I'm saying.
And then let's do, we're going to play Sinkhole, right? I mean, we're here to Sinkhole, are we not? I'm not going to just toss aside all my favorite cards just because we're playing a new game here.
You love to see it.
All right, then we're going to get a slide in there too. So that's all. That's my key 7. So I've done that. So I can stack these up all nice. Don't look at them again because you'll get tempted to change everything, and we don't want that. So then we've got, what's the best 1 card for Vorhild? So we want people to be placing pillars, so that's worthwhile. So I might throw a Stone Barricade here and cannot be targeted. She's also going to need actions.
She needs to be able to move it.
She needs to die. Also, she'd be a good +2 armor. Just a good impervious, gives her +2 on the flips, and all of a sudden armor out of nowhere could ruin things. Let's give her Stone Barricade. I've been wanting to get more of these in play. Immediately get to place a pillar in an adjacent hex. And it's a blocking element, so it's playing to her no target me strategy. It's also going to do a damage, hopefully, whenever she places a pillar with her little ability.
That's nice. I like that a lot.
So we'll take a look at that. Then we've got Nantaka. We want minions in line of sight of her target. Let's do Unburial Rites there. She's going to turn pillars into minions. And
I like your Moxie here.
You know, it's just go for it. And then Brilvar, of course, wants to be shapeshifted and next to something whenever the turn begins.
I forgot Skytear Drain existed.
Yes. Doesn't it? Isn't that something?
Por qué?
I'm gonna YOLO a sudden distraction here, I think.
What to do?
That's the discarded lead card for target. I think somebody needs to carry it, and he's as good as any.
I think that's a good one of.
Yeah.
Just sometimes in the late game, you're going to bend a game on its head.
Yeah. Or he could carry the Skytear Drain.
Well,
just the surprise -2.
Carried 3 of those things. That card is gangster.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. It drives me crazy how much I think that card's phenomenal.
I'm gonna put it I'm gonna put it here. No, you think I should go 3 of these? Let's go. Let's go 3.
Let's pretend you have 2 in your hand on
Over
turn
there.
2.
I can't cast them, but well, I could.
You can definitely cast them both.
You can definitely cast them.
And then guess who's out of a hand?
You.
You know how bad a game it goes when you're out of a hand?
No, I'm never out of a hand.
I mean, you have to spend 2 cards and 4 resources for it, but once you know I can't do anything, that's such a vulnerable position to be in.
Well, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna go 3.
I should have said no.
Skytear Drain on Aqua.
I recant. Apologize.
He's blue, so let's go. This is where I'm just gonna like make it, or he's green. I'm gonna make it nice. So let's give him 3 impervious as well.
I will also say this about this game if you're new and watching right now. I think deck building for this game is the most nuanced and like combination of simple, but the amount of depth that is going on in this. When I first approached deck building this game, my mind was blown. And it still is. Watching what's happening right now and the number of things we could actually factor and consider when we're making this deck, unreal.
I'm gonna put Unburial Rites over here on Aqua. I'm gonna put Strength of the Pack on Nantaka. It doesn't matter, it's gonna be the same deck, but for my own benefit, I like having a Strength of the Pack and Unburial Rites play just available to me. So that's 7, so I need 1 more, and I do want to do probably a 3. So let's put a little, do we have the new, what are the new green 3, is that worth anything? Is there a new one? There is a new one. I might just throw a Mud Flood there. No, 1 Crawling Darkness, boom.
Nailed it.
I just want a little disable in there. All right, so there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna take all these cards. This is now my deck. I'm gonna take away all the cards I didn't use. Keep them organized this time though, because that's really what we wanna be, what we wanna push. We wanna stay organized. Sudden Distraction. Cool. We get to play with new cards. Isn't that a good feeling?
Yep. All right.
Over to you.
Over to me.
Oh, 7 is max. You're right. Hold on. Let me get Aqua over here.
Oh, were you running 8 cards?
Mm-hmm. I'll just drop 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So Aqua's just gonna lose. He's gonna lose the Crawling Darkness that I put in there at the last second.
All right. You know it, you love it. First, we have Shadris. Like Shadrach, Meshach.
Abednego?
That's right. We have Kumaya on this side. I'm going to play Yami because she's my hero.
You gotta have your favorites, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have your favorites.
Aquino and Yami have been the front runners all along. So that's my hero choices because I basically am going all red, yellow. In case
Really?
that wasn't clear. Find these. I got to get their presents over here so that what is happening? Oh, there it is.
You're gonna be inspired by him?
Yeah, I just have them sitting there and it's like, I remember. All right. So I'm going to look for the new cards and I definitely, Decree of Kurumo, I want to try this out.
Is that the instant mark?
That's the instant mark, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a 1/2, so it's hitting my Zach's basic school of attack math favored cards. We also get a card called Release the Spirits. It's a 1/2. It's a reaction, and you can remove all conditions from each hit hero. These heroes cannot gain conditions. So that's interesting. I'm going to put it here in my maybe pile, and I'm going to keep walking through. Provoke the Beast. Take an attack action with a target outsider. So I love this. I'm also terrified that the outsider's not going to be out, or that I'm not going to be able to see anything with the outsider. If I play this card, I think I would run the standard old outsider, because he can see inside and outside the dome.
That old outsider.
So I might end up throwing that in as well for just from flavor in a minute. Now this is the card I want to get to. It's called Seize the Initiative. And I love this card for 2 reasons. One, this art of Yami is wicked. It's crazy. She got the she's all black and white.
Nice. She's in Death Ghost mode.
And it says choose a player. At the end of the turn, they become the first player, which is crazy to be able to basically switch who's first player. Getting the last action on a round and then being able to switch to be the first person on the round is just going to mess everything up. So I like that a lot. It's a 1/2. I'm going to put 3 in. I think this is the kind of card that I probably end up on 2 of in the grand scheme of things. But, you know, build them.
Build them up and watch them fall.
That's right.
That's what you meant, right?
That's exactly what I meant. Then we get Strike Terror. Target hero gets -3 attack. So it's a 1 cost -3. Looking over at Steven's board, he's got 2/3 attacks, so that could be pretty good. And now I do believe this -3 is applied to the attack total.
What's it say?
Target hero gets -3 attack.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're at a 2 and you get a +1, it would basically cancel it out.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
And with my, like, I'm looking at my heroes, and they're pretty. This is a funny side note. The latest set of Pokemon that just came out.
Mm-hmm. Vivid Voltage. People are going crazy about that, by the way. I get more
yeah.
contacts on social about that than.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hey, is Vivid Voltage coming through the sub? It's like, no.
Well, it did.
It's already released. Yeah, it did.
It's gone.
It's
but
already happened.
the like hardest card in that to get is like a literal giant Pikachu. And
It's gonna be hard to keep secret in that pack.
Everyone, he's not the card in the picture. He's a big boy, but everyone online calls him Chonky. And like every time I see it, it's like I got the Chonky boy is what someone will say when they post the picture. It's very funny. I can't help it. So this is also gonna go in my maybe pile. I think that's a decent card. 1 for -3 on an attack.
It's really nice.
Is a lot. It's just you do the
it's
1 for heal
disable.
3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like so, it's a comparable card for me, but it's out of red, and that's what I mean by like, what's the Nourish? Is that the card that's 1 for 3?
Yeah, so good. I can't believe I'm not playing it.
Yeah. See, you literally have these cards that are very similar, but they're doing it in the way their factions you would expect them to do it. So red is messing with your attack value, whereas blue is just healing straight up.
Gimmicker on Twitch here. Just got 2 boxes of Welcome to Wraith. That's Flesh and Blood. Dropped on my door. Have to make the hard choice of opening now or finish watching the stream. I wish every day had such awesome choices.
Couldn't you do both?
Bradley saying, why not open packs while watching the stream?
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
a great idea.
You know, actually, when I'm thinking about it, this Decree of Kurumo, only my red characters can. No. Apply mark to target hero, so anybody can play it.
Well, you gotta have the red rune to play it, but yeah. Yeah, 100%.
That's the list.
So even your yellow-red stuff can do it.
Whereas Whisper of Nupton, which is the 1/0, a friendly Nupton hero on the battlefield takes a worship action.
Different.
Literally, the Nupton hero has to be the one doing it. So I do want to get these in. Let me see if I really want to get them in.
It looks like we have double of the same hero out too, don't we?
What?
These guys are the same as those guys?
Those are the early ones that got sent us.
Nice.
So I had the extra with our Italian versions of the cards, the alt arts.
Yeah.
Let me look at
I'm gonna sleep.
Shadra says, I'm going to do the same thing. When a friendly hero adjacent to his illusion would take damage, he can take it instead. Like, that's pretty tricky. Because I can, like...
Nupton is nothing if not tricky.
Literally, anybody could play this friendly hero can take a worship action, and suddenly his illusion comes out, and it can soak the damage. So...
It's going to be great with Kinui. Whew.
I'm going to put that in my experimentation pile over here. Triumph of the Light. I can remove a pillar in line of sight, and then I predict 2. So I think this is a cool card, and this is what I was saying earlier about having a hero in your build. Normally you have 6, and you draft 4 of them that is specific for each color, because you can always leave 2 out, and most of the time your opponent's going to be playing at least 2 colors. So the thing about this, though, that makes me not want to run it specifically right now, I know Steven's going to be playing pillars.
You don't know that.
But in general, when I'm building, I wouldn't know that that's what my opponent's going to do. So this is a card that I think only ends up making my list if I do literally have a anti-color strategy going on. So we'll see if I'm not leaning towards that card up front at least. Barring the way, this is another very specific card. It's the one that stops a minion spawn from happening.
It's a good anti-blue card.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much you're going to just be doing that. And again, these very situational cards are good, but I always get nervous. I lean towards...
you don't have the slots for that. There's so many good cards. How can you?
Purge and Purify. Place the AoE on target hex. Each hero hit loses all conditions and loses 2 HP per condition that they had removed in this way.
It's a whole
I'm
build.
gonna put that in the maybe pile. I like removing conditions. And then we get one of the more interesting cards ever made in this game. Soul Transfer. 2 costs. Reaction. Swap the caster's HP with target friendly hero's HP. So you go to hit someone that's got 3 health left. I swap them with a 10 health character, one of my friends that's nearby. Suddenly you don't defeat my hero. This is a potential problem.
Your
for
entire
you.
plan goes wrong.
So that's I have my. I'm kind of doing Steven's method a little bit here, but I have my spice here and my
a great
fourth
method.
character. It's literally just one of these things that just bend the game, which is fun because you can't predict it. You can't see.
Can't predict bending. It's the idea of it's the bending truth.
I'm gonna get a lot of new cards in here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, favor the new cards. Let's show some things off. Johnny says Pokemon fans go crazy for their Chonky Boy.
You see?
So I guess it is a real thing. You weren't lying to me.
I'm glad that you recognize my lack of lying. He's a chunky boy. He's beefy. It's like, Pikachu, you've been snacking.
He's got those. What didn't you feed him the rare candies? Wasn't that what it was?
Wasn't it like raspberries or something, or berries of some kind?
Did it level them up? But it was like cheating, so they weren't quite as
Oh,
good.
yeah, that's rare candies.
Rare candies.
Yeah.
Too many rare candies.
All right, top cards. I'm just gonna remember Doom, one of my favorite cards in the game. Clear Mind, Quick Shot.
They're all your favorites.
I know.
There's no room. There's no room.
Mindfulness. I love this art. You basically can spend all 3 actions of one character to ready another friendly hero, and then activate them.
Yeah, pass your turn to your other hero.
That's a spice card.
That's a lot of spice. Out of nowhere.
Putting that in my spice stack.
Seth just keeps going.
Apply not so fast. No, it doesn't typically end up in my deck. Arena of Flames is a card I always want to play.
Man, don't you? Me too. Just to say no to being targeted. That'd be my campaign.
Lifesteal, spice.
Just say no to being targeted. You got a lot of spice in that list.
Yep, dodge.
The consistency will be very low, but the moments will be very high.
That is correct.
Oh. Somebody get a hold of these moments.
Reeve is high on my list.
Every time I say hi, I make that joke, by the way.
Every time?
Yeah, my like friendly stoner voice. Whoa.
Friendly stoner.
Hey.
Exhaustion.
Like Jolly
These are
Ranchers.
cards from that last expansion that we didn't play that much.
Jared here and Joseph both advocating for lifesteal with Shydrus because of the burning sensor's ability. Can really get some use.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that right? Does it say what, an attack or something?
So when he damages an enemy with an attack or skirmish action, he heals the same amount of damage for the whole round. The main thing is him being able to heal is just huge.
Yeah.
Because he soaks.
So it wouldn't work with burning sensors. I take it back. You get to play on my favorite yellow cards. It's very aggravating.
Yep.
I'm going to bring Canoe to the table again, and it's going to get real. Because she's got like 20 instant can't see me cards now. She's going to be great. What's up, Daniel? Daniel Gavan, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that everybody's here too. It's very nice. It should be. People should be here for this game in particular, as well as everything else that we currently are playing and loving.
There's a lot of them.
Quite a list. Quite a list these days.
Refract, that's some spice.
We're almost done with 2020, aren't we?
We almost made it. Can't you feel it?
Into November, coming up. About to hit Thanksgiving. Gonna be a weird one. About to hit Christmas, gonna be a very weird one.
Holidays are going to be strange.
Yeah. Dana Sand loves our Throwback Thursdays.
Great.
This is a throw forward this week. We had too much that we wanted to get on camera that
It's more like a throw
was
now.
active. Yeah, throw now. Didn't quite have the same ring to it.
Yeah, sure doesn't.
Throw now Thursday.
That works.
Throw stack. Big Mac. Can we have a Big Mac Thursday one time? I love Big Macs. I got to tell you.
BMs.
I don't eat
we
them.
can if you will it. It is no
I
dream.
don't think you should call them BMs. I can't. I mean, it's just like
Dodge is a 3-0.
it's just the worst. You know, you can't do it. But man, once every couple of years, just get 2.
I haven't had a Big Mac.
They come in that little cardboard box. That's how you know
They
it's the
sure
high
do.
class sandwich. It's not wrapped.
little.
It's not wrapped.
Next level.
It's not wrapped, Zach.
Quick shot. My +2s are on fire.
Jeremy De Laporte doesn't understand Big Macs. Well, so you take a bun, and then you have a bun in the middle of the bun, essentially a little middle bun.
Mid-bun action.
And then you have some really just worthless lettuce, shredded, lifeless. I mean, there's not even any color on it. It's just, if a lab could create something that didn't even do a good job of making it seem like it was lettuce, that's essentially what they've done. They inject it with, essentially they inject cellulose with water, I think is basically what we're getting there. And then you have two tiny little pucks. Tiny, thin as a rail. And then the real key is, as everybody knows, it's two things. It's the sauce. It's the sauce. And normally, you know, you're looking at a mixture of ketchup, mustard, garlic powder, probably some chopped onions.
You got that classic
Hot
McDonald's
sauce
flavor
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, but special flavor. They have a special blend of, don't they have a special ketchup that they
I
have?
think they have a special blend of meat.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever you call that. I don't know that it's even meat. Food product. And then the sesame seeds on top of the bun is actually really killer. And Zach saying, don't y'all have Whataburger in Tulsa? Why waste your time with McDonald's? Well, that's 100% correct. We do have Whataburger. And you know, if I'm looking to blow it out, I will do Whataburger from time to time. The McDonald's thing is just a like I said, it's every couple of years kind of thing, once every couple of years when you're feeling weird or happy or perhaps very sad. I mean, you know, it kind of works in all of those different contexts. Tim Chatterton asking the question of the matter, if I'm subscribed to Ashes, do I have to sub for Breaker of Fate as well? Tim, you do not. Once you're subscribed, you literally, after that moment, you will get every future product as soon as it releases. And if you want that to ever stop, then you unsubscribe. But you don't have to re-up every time. It's not like a pre-order. And that's why it's so good, is that you don't have to worry about it ever again. You click the button, you check out, and now you'll get all future Ashes products, starting with the upgrade pack. That's it. Aaron Clark advocating there for the Big Mac. Loves a good Big Mac.
Who doesn't really?
Yeah. Patrick Leitzel saying you always feel sad after McDonald's. Joseph agreeing, that is so true. You know, yeah. You do. But there's a moment in there where you don't. It's probably that first bite, and then the law of diminishing returns kind of comes back in.
I don't know. I get the McDouble.
Yeah.
Never felt bad.
If I'm looking, I'm doing the McDouble and the McChicken, one of each.
Oh, nice.
That's where it's
double
at.
Sammy.
Yeah, that's where it's at if you're gonna do it. And that's like literally probably 15 cents. Johnny's saying, I think the rest of the world needs proper British fish and chips shops. That's certainly what the world needs more of. Fish and chips.
I was thinking the same thing.
And you know, the British are known for their incredibly good food.
They're not, but they are known for their fish and chips.
Such classics as deep fried fish, deep fried potatoes, and mushy peas. Really lighting the culinary world on fire. I can say that because I'm an American. You talking about Nando's? Any shout out for Nando's? What is that, chicken shop, isn't it? I just know it from the grime that we listen to.
Wait, I've been there.
You been to Nando's? You caught a Sammy down at Nando's?
No, it's
Hey.
It is not.
All right.
A sandwich shop. What kind of food is it? I went there.
Chicken.
It is chicken, but it's a certain kind of chicken.
Late night chicken.
No.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, British food is pretty funny. It's just a
it's
joke.
got a lot of spices going on. It's
curry
flavored in a certain kind of way.
Okay.
Nando's chicken. It was delicious.
Is it hot?
No, it's like it's Eastern of some kind. I just don't want to culturally get it wrong.
Right. So,
you know what I mean?
It's you can just say curry and pretty much be right all the time. Curry's a blend of spices. It's a spice blend. That's all it is. Has nothing to do. And curry leaves are separate. They're unrelated. That's something.
Tandoori.
Oh my gosh! Share the pudding. You just stumbled into the greatest stream of your life. I was just telling my partner that a Magic the Gathering game with minis you can move around would be awesome. How's the support for this game? I can't tell you how
Take
much
it
you
away,
should be
Steven.
checking this game out right now. I can't. If you don't believe me, go to their website. And you can see my face saying the same thing. It's so good. It's exactly that. I mean, that's what they set out to do. Was make a traditional card game like Magic that had MOBA elements, minions, creeps, etc., heroes fighting, etc., and then positioning, miniatures. I mean, it's the whole thing. This is where it's at. Nando's is Portuguese, by the way.
There it is.
So yes, please, if that's what you're looking for, this is it. And the support is phenomenal. There's online play. You can play for free right now in Tabletop Simulator. Join the Discord. Get involved. This is definitely what you want. Stack rolls are 100% for Magic, yes.
I'm choosing you, outsider.
Oh yeah, give me something there.
You get dealer's choice.
Oh man, how do you not choose the? I'm gonna go with the Vigilante because I'm not sure I can keep a lane together.
Batman?
Yeah, dude, it's time for the bat.
Because I'm Batman.
Even Steven?
Even Steven, always. What is... that's right. We have a system for this.
Yeah, you choose. You want to go first or do you want to go second? Now we'll get the same amount of cards, which is now 6. And you are choosing basically between Outsider
Do we know the win conditions yet?
and Skytear Flux. No, we don't know that yet. Well, we can. We can know it right now.
But what's the proper order?
Yeah, I don't know. We're not good enough to care.
Real American. Are you using this thing?
No. Exotosk? Beatlemania?
Beatlemania, indeed.
Gimmicker found out yesterday that FFG is putting the hammer down on their products on TTS. What you probably mean is that Asmodee is doing that. Not a great move for a community that is in lockdown. I'm happy to see Skytear supporting the platform. Yeah, a complete night and day difference. But that's the beauty of an independent publisher. Like, you can just do anything you want.
Especially something not based on a license. That gets fishy as well.
Share the pudding thing. I'll definitely check it out. We just got into Magic about a month ago and really love it. Yeah, check this one out, man. This is great. And it's like, once you have the base game, your expansions, you're looking at $30 to $50 every 3 months to have all the cards in the whole collection.
Super
so
cheap.
it's a great little side game, yeah. And for
For
many of us, main game.
For those of us lucky to play 5 games a week.
Yeah.
One
Draw
of many.
victory conditions first. Here's 3. And one of them is banned now or something?
I already got rid of that one.
Okay. So here we go. We've got Invasion.
Yep.
I'm going to put it right here for all of you to see, you lovely folks. Just put it right here in case.
The beautiful people.
Invasion says, starting the second turn, have 2 control tokens pushed entirely to towers. Or nexuses if you're just dunking. The Tamer, defeat 2 enemy heroes using an outsider.
Don't mind if I do.
Unlikely. And then double kill. 2 enemy heroes in the duration of a single hero activation. Well, that's one I'll probably be going for.
That's my mission.
We both running killy lists here?
I'm red. I have 1 mode.
I only kill. We're going to have a mana die here.
The turn. If you're unfamiliar, the turn is how many resources each hero gets. So turn 1, everyone has 1 resource. You ready to rumble?
Yeah, what's all this stuff doing?
I don't know. You had your minions floating around.
Print it.
I just picture that sound that you would expect to hear when a minion gets smushed.
Yeah. Yeah. You got my towers?
They're nicely laid out over there for
Man,
you.
beautifully painted. Who did these? Did you do these?
I did.
I thought I was talking nicely about myself. Then I realized I didn't paint them. I take it back.
Yeah, I was messing around with contrast paints. I like that blue on top. The lighter blue.
You want to go ahead and build this up front so it looks nice?
I'm in.
Looks like our little base is real.
All right, so I will choose to go first.
Go first, you get the flux, and then I get the outsider. Is that right?
Yeah, you get to choose which outsider comes in.
Yeah.
Which outsider did you pick?
I picked the Batman, yeah. So we'll go with Batman. We'll turn this guy so you guys can see his terrifying face.
He's a party.
I love everything about this game.
It's good to be back.
I am the Dog Vigilante.
All right, so I place 1, then you place 2, then I place 2, then you place 2. 1.
That sounded convincing.
I know I placed 1.
You're a 1-2-1, and I'm a 2-2.
Yep. You're a 2-2.
You're a 2. Oh, got him.
So good.
We're gonna get to paint these next week, aren't we?
That's right. I'll have them all dolled up for you.
I wish we could have all of our talented painters off stream do it for us.
We still could.
Because they crushed. It just takes too long now. We want
It's one model though.
Look at how good this looks. All of it looks so good. They did a killer job. What do
we
call
consider
that?
extra copies to those people.
Embarrassment of riches, isn't that what we call that these days?
I think
Christian
that's
Peterson used to say that all the time.
how I'm feeling. CTP?
Yeah, I don't want to steal it from him.
All right.
I mean, Intaka's gonna look awesome.
I have to decide which of my homies are hanging out together.
And Jenny from the block.
I'm still. So, Shatterus to me, Kumaya needs to be able to see illusions.
That's right. Don't we all though? Isn't that a story of the
And
world?
I feel like the best illusion for her to be seen is Shatterus, because then Shatterus can block for her. Because she also needs to be next to you to lower your line of sight. So I like them hanging out together, which is cool because they came out together.
You can talk strategy. I'm gonna leave the room.
All right, see you, Steven. Have a good night. You remember Tim used to do that, even when you weren't leaving. It's very frustrating. Tom asking for a tower up close. It's gonna be hard. We'll do paint stream next week, and you'll see it a lot better. I just primed them gray and then used 3 different blue contrast paints. I was trying them out. It's just a simple blue, and then I did a darker blue and the little vortexes and a lighter blue up top. Nothing too crazy, but I plan on going back and doing some more highlight stuff to them at some point. Just haven't gotten around to it. Any questions while I'm sitting here waiting on old Steve Aruno to come back? Tech team, did we end up setting up the delay? Or are we still on time delivery here? No delay? Cool. You hanging with our card calls out there, Bryce? Bryce sitting at home making these cards pop as we say them. Cannot imagine doing that. Thanks, Bryce. Tom McCall saying, I assume those who want to be really competitive buy all the expansions for the cards, even if they don't want to use the included heroes. I mean, it's kind of interesting so far. The core set has a lot of heroes and cards. Then the first wave of expansions came with a lot of heroes and cards, and those, I think, are very foundational building blocks. Yeah. And there really haven't been that many expansions since then, but I think it's a small enough pool of cards that most people that play probably own most, if not all, of the cards. See, that would be a perfect moment if we had the ability to switch over and talk to Bryce. Mm-hmm. Like, we're going to go to our at-home team. I was telling
go to the cockpit.
That's right. It's like, hey, what's going on? I got their sweatshirts and crazy hair going on. You don't have crazy hair right now. Joseph Kane saying he recommends casual people buy a starter plus the faction box of their choice, or 2 opposing if you share with a friend. But yeah, it's a pretty good start.
Jared, what kind of microphones are we using? These labs we've got on are Audio Technica something or other.
Oh, you know what?
AT something.
Do you know the actual name of them?
I know the big one. I don't know the moment.
I had someone on, so we do this thing where you can text us, which will pop that number up. But that's the question I didn't answer, asking about what mics we use on stream. And
they're like AT something something, omnidirectional.
I'll wait until I can get it.
Particularly good if you're streaming by yourself. Omnidirectional sounds great. It's less good for us because we're picking up each other's voices and each other's mics, but it's fine. You remember?
Yamadala. Tom, the base game is an incredible place to start out, and you can pick and choose from there, really.
I feel like this tree, all my stuff 0 armor. Who made that decision?
I mean, the designer's partly because that was half your list, but you on the other half. Looks like Browar's got some armor.
Yeah, he's gonna need to take all the hits. I'm sure you'll play right into that. Let's put Vorhild on the right side. And
he doesn't want none of the Amidala.
let's put Akla over here on this side. I'm gonna switch that. It doesn't really matter, does it? So I need to look at too what I'm trying to do here.
It's usually a good thing to do.
Good start. So I want Nantaka can be shapeshifted by friendly Leothan heroes. So I kind of want him around Leothan people. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna.
But what you gonna do?
Boom. Okay.
Mine.
2-1.
All right,
my
let's
painted
go
one.
Sethuru and Kumaya.
Of course, we're not wearing a pack. It's a wired mic. It's going all the way under the table into this device. It is on there somewhere though, I think. Hold on. AT.
Hold on. Got it.
AT8537. That may be just the power module though.
We'll try.
I think it's just the power module.
AT what?
8537. 8575309.
What's the machine it's going into?
Why does
Going into a
anybody
Zoom?
watch this? What do you say?
Going into a Zoom?
That's a Zoom H6.
I don't know. But here we are. Text us. So that was the moral of that story. If you want. If not, it's fine too.
You guys are free to do anything that you'd
That's
like
right.
to do.
Freedom, justice, etc.
Etc. Family values.
Where do you think I should put this
Environment.
guy? That's what? How many cards do I draw? 7?
6.
5,
6.
4, 3, 0, 9.
Every game is different.
It
6,
is.
5, 3.
Mulligans are different. There is a mulligan in this one, right? But you discard.
Flesh of Blood's 4. Champions is usually 6, except Hulk.
Flesh Blood's 4 without a mulligan.
6 here. 5 for Arkham. 7 was traditionally spoils. When or 8?
7 of going first, 8 of going second.
On spoils. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot of cards. No wonder it was degenerate.
Well, then you could always... You drew a card at the start of the turn, you could pay 3 to draw.
Okay. My deck is here. Now remind me, please,
Yes, yes.
to discard appropriately. It's on you, not me.
To discard appropriately?
Yeah, because like I'm gonna have this
Hmm.
mana here, and it's gonna sit there, and then I'm gonna forget to discard it, and
Yes,
all
you are.
that, you know.
Always. And you'll forget to attach cards more than anything.
you know I will.
That's what I'm here for. All right, so, and I also get the Skytear Flux.
You do. You get the flux.
I've got
He's
the Flux.
got the flux. I've got it for you.
How did we know? Do
I
you
don't have it. I don't have it here. Put a dice somewhere.
Okay, great.
That's your Skytear Flex die. We didn't even look at the neutrals. That was foolish.
Wait, neutrals.
Like Skytear Discharge and Biding Time.
I
when
didn't.
when we were deck building.
Oh, those are the ones you handed me at the end.
Psychic Shield, that +3 that is bustedly good.
Yeah. Remember when it was the total game changer? I remember that. That was
was.
one of the best games we
Yeah.
played.
Okay. And so then you're going first. So you can,
Yeah.
you
So I have to choose. So you choose a hero and you get 3 actions.
That's right.
So I'm going to not mulligan. I'm going to keep the hand.
You have to mulligan the whole thing.
No, you can choose any
Oh,
number
okay,
to discard. I should have just said yes.
I love this hand. It's a phenomenal hand. 1 1 2 2 3 3. Don't remember that I said that.
I've immediately forgotten. All right, I'm going to go with...
Man, Ritz is the best cracker, man.
It's really good.
Anybody who says it's not Ritz is wrong.
Do you
There's not even.
Do you enjoy anything on your Ritz?
It's not even close. Oh, anything.
I really like the Ritz with a little peanut butter in the middle.
Anything, man.
Yeah. Or did you ever use the canned
spray cheese?
Oh yeah.
I grew up in Chelsea, Oklahoma.
The good old days. Something about cornbread and chicken.
Sure, the pudding, yes. The cards all come in the expansion boxes, usually with minis as well. So there's small expansions that's just a card box. It's like $15. And then the bigger game-changing expansions introduce new heroes with cards as well. Those are about, what, 25?
Yeah, I think they were like 30.
30?
Tom McCall saying, actually, I think I can afford all of this after I didn't go all in on a Kickstarter yesterday. That makes sense, right? Yeah, I mean, six dozen of one, half dozen of another.
Tom, you can probably sell one Flesh and Blood card and cover this whole thing.
It's true. I have Flesh and Blood cards currently that I could sell them by the whole thing.
You could fund my deck.
You're like, not your physical deck, but you're like, it is your physical, not your deck of cards, your deck to stand on.
My deck to stand on. Gimmicker, yes, we did play Spoils on a throwback. You can find that, actually.
It's on the channel. All right, I'm
there in the
going
lobby.
to go with Shadris. And then Meshach.
All right, let's go.
He's going to move. 1, 2, 3.
Man, you're bringing the beefy boy today a little bit.
It is.
2-1-1-0.
Sethiru is not. I
That's
almost,
about average.
instead of Sethiru, I almost brought Shafathi because he has 18 health. Explicitly for the beef factor.
Mm-hmm.
I got a name to uphold. The beefy boys. He's going to skirmish here.
Oh, it's weird. I'm thinking about this again.
And then he's going to illusion. Oh, speaking of which, you need these.
Oh, man, they look way better.
17.
Oh, it's just because I haven't seen cardboard yet. You think we'll get fancy versions of
Oh
them?
yeah, definitely. You kidding?
PvP geeks like money.
OP kits.
Okay, 15. This is
Yeah.
a clever health tracking system.
I'm
too.
hoping they'll send us some of those OP kits so that we can preview them on stream, not so that we can actually have them to use.
Last thing. Jockmay still
What
out
up,
there? You still listening?
I love that we both went to the same exact joke. All right.
We don't need a script. We are one mind now.
Move, skirmish, and then he's gonna luge. Now here's the thing: if I have an illusion in a tree, can my friends always see that? Like if this was here,
Yeah, you can always see
if
friendly
she was
stuff in
within
cover.
3, she can see it,
Because
right?
it's going like, yo,
I'm an illusion.
I'm an illusion. Watch me go.
And can I stand somewhere there's an illusion?
You can stand on an illusion. Anything, here's what I learned about the game that really summed it up for me. Anything that's flat, you can stand on.
Okay. Now, if I'm on it, am I adjacent to it?
Yes.
So like if I go here,
Mm-hmm.
now can you see that even though it's in a tree?
I can't see that.
I can't see it.
I think that's right. I can't see
But if I were
stuff that's in
standing
cover.
here, I could see it and be adjacent to it.
That's correct, yeah.
He'll put his illusion here. No particular reason.
Okay.
That is maybe the first time I've done Sethiru's illusion.
You've probably never, yeah, it's like...
I've never used an illusion other than Sethiru is when he spots it, his attacks are +1. His direct damage is +1. And it's like I only use it for him to get
Yeah.
the +1. So I don't really feel like I've ever really played illusions.
You never have to think about it. So what's that illusion do? It's you can soak damage if you can see
When a
it.
friendly hero adjacent to his illusion would take damage, Shadris may lose the same amount of HP instead.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta watch the fact that you could just also kind of YOLO over here at me. That's really interesting, isn't it? Who's your weakest? Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
He's also a pure gangster.
Okay, so if we did 1, 2, that's a pretty standard turn, really. You kind of want to do the moves that don't matter yet, you know?
Agreed.
Everything's made up and the moves don't matter.
Are you missing a pillar?
Did you do that? Did you pocket it? Oh, here it is. Did you do that?
I didn't.
For real?
I didn't. It
You
was
David
all
Blaine me just then?
It'd be pretty good.
Check
if
your
I did.
shoe?
What's under your foot? Let's see it.
It's a tower. Interesting. I don't want to go with anybody yet. You've not committed enough. for
You
me
can just
to
pass.
care about it.
This is always the problem.
I know. Isn't it nuts? It's really crazy.
Joseph Kane saying Zach did it. I don't know what I did, but
You figure out how to use an illusion?
oh, David Blaine, I get it. Oh, when I showed the camera the tower, someone was asking to see your tower.
No wonder you're making me feel like I'm going crazy, man.
It was me, and I tricked myself.
He tricked himself. All right, let's go.
That's really funny.
Can you protect your minions with this in any way? No, you can't.
Mm-mm.
But you might have an ability. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Lead. Any reactions?
No, but don't you want to be within 3 of the control point? Just kidding. I'm just trying to get your CPU usage in your brain as high
Resolve.
as possible.
And then third action, shapeshift exhaust.
So I can't shoot you.
You can't target me. More specifically.
Cool.
I'm hiding. I am my own cover hex.
All right, let's go with Yami. Move. Skirmish. We're going to swing at that minion. This one. Am I good?
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 0. 2 damage.
You really think Seth is going to put a lead card over there?
Sethiru?
Yeah.
Depends on if he feels like he has to or not.
Why are you doing that?
Joseph Kane says, pro tip, be within 2 of the control token versus Kumaya.
Yeah, which... You have her?
That's Kumaya, yeah.
Right. Where? This one?
That's her, yeah. She has the ability, while she has line of sight towards any friendly illusion, enemy heroes adjacent to her have their line of sight reduced by 1.
Okay.
So technically, if she just moves here and skirmishes here,
I
You're
wouldn't be able to
-1.
see the control point there.
Yeah.
That'd be a problem.
she good.
Even though, yeah, because you can see me, you just can't target me. Maybe I should do that differently, huh? All right, rather than, I'm going to take that back in the interest of play.
In the interest of this not being a dumpster fire,
I'm just going to skirmish there
instead of worshiping.
instead of worshiping it.
It's effectively the same outcome.
Okay, then me.
Yep.
Over to Yami. Or perhaps not to Yami. Seth is really the guy that needs to get wrecked here.
Sethiru?
Yeah, I went the wrong direction.
He went the wrong direction?
I did.
Oh.
No, because this ability only works against Seth. He's over there in La La Land now. I don't really want the Brilvar Seth matchup at all.
Some would
maybe
say
we'll do a
Sethiru is built for that
Maybe
matchup.
we'll do a swip swap. So let's do... Okay. Let's see what Nantaka's up to. Of her target.
Treeing around.
Okay. Let's go. Nantaka's going to move.
Chris says, thinking about recommending Skytear to a guy who loves video games and claims to hate all board games. How is the rule set in first-time playthrough for someone going in skeptical? I would recommend, I mean, best case scenario is you know how to play when you're teaching someone, especially someone that is skeptical. That would be helpful. You don't want to be like, especially someone that's used to video games, like nose down a rule book the whole time. That would probably not be the ideal experience. But, you know, it's hard to say. I think this game is, if he plays MOBAs, I think this is going to hit a lot of familiar. That's what got Steven so hooked. Is there a certain kind of game he's typically into?
Skirmish.
Mm-hmm.
Lead from the top.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can't. Mm-hmm.
Similar moves. Aren't you excited?
So excited. Just can't hide it.
So you can mark me even when I'm in cover?
Mhm.
Wow. It's good.
Yeah, like, so right now, Yami with her mark next round could mark you and move next to you. It's so good.
Someone's got to commit here.
Something neither of us are wanting to do.
We're not going to do it. We're never going to commit. Game looks beautiful.
Okay. Let's go with Sethiro. He's going to move.
Only 2?
Mm-hmm.
May as well skirmish.
Then I'm going to shoot the
The minion?
minion.
Okay.
3 + 1. Then we'll lead from the top. Oh my God.
You must have shenanigans.
Me?
Yeah. Who, me? Yeah, you.
Why must I have shenanigans?
I don't know. I just kind of know who you are.
Chris saying, yeah, he's into Dota and MOBA, so I thought this would be a good way to attempt a conversion.
100%.
Yeah, I think this would be pretty good. If you know the rules, and then also one thing I would recommend if you do know the rules is try not to play for him. I'm trying my best not to think too hard because
Yeah,
I feel
know,
like I don't want to take a super long time.
It's intoxicating.
Joseph says, do they know that there's a dome?
Oh, yeah. The dome is always the last thing you got to do, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just get +1 armor. And adjacency doesn't care about targeting. So that's interesting. Well, it's a time for choosing, man. It's a time for choosing. I don't want Seth next to my tank. I don't want that at all, man.
Sethuru has one job.
Really aggravating here.
Murder that cupine. What kind of animal did we say he was, actually?
Pangolin.
Pangolin. Have you seen, it's randomly, I don't know why, we ended up on it one night on YouTube a long time ago, the Family Matters, no, Family Feud bloopers. And there's I forget what the question even was that you had to like answer. But the person's, it was like, I'm trying to think about what it was. But the answer that someone said was cupine. Because it was basically, and it was pork. It was like, what, finish this sentence or finish this whatever. And it was pork. And then the person buzzed in and said cupine. And then the host just cannot.
Just lost it.
It's like 5 minutes of him trying to get to the point where he can reveal that it's obviously not going to be on the board.
All right, let's go. Brovar's going to activate. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Skirmish. 1, 2. And then we're going to attack that minion. Any shenanigans?
No.
Whee! +0.
Yeah.
Done. I said I didn't want that matchup. I'm not going to take the matchup. Okay?
That's one way to get around it. It's a time for choosing.
Hope this Nintaka card's a 3.
Was it from the top rope?
It won't really matter. You're going to push that thing all the way to Sunday.
Indeed. Well.
Nice. We've kind of done the same thing, haven't we, over here?
Yeah, we've played it before.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when I shoot my ultimate across the map? Such a fun
He's not
mechanic.
transformed, right? So
He's
I
not
don't-
transformed.
I don't get my fun business.
He's not transformed at all.
Great.
Slow that illusion. Seriously, definitely the best crackers. They've got that like buttery.
Seriously, they have
It's
a little butter
crazy.
going on yet.
Jonathan, if Jonathan's listening, I know he is. He's in the chat lurking somewhere. He is renowned for his lack of cracker taste. He likes his water crackers. You know what I mean? It's like what? It's like if you took a rice cake, made it tiny and worse, you have a water cracker. Why? Why do they exist? Why are they still on the shelves? Are those
No one knows, honestly.
those Melba toast? What's that about?
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna move.
Good idea. Love it.
We're going Kumaya, of course. He's gonna move here.
One by one, please.
What do you think?
One hex at a time, please.
Then
I like to envision it in my head, so you know it breaks the suspension of disbelief for
I'm
me.
gonna worship. I'm gonna mark the Cupine.
Oh yeah, you can do that now. What does that do?
I can deal 1 damage plus a card. What's his armor? 2? I'll try it. To these 2 spots.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 0. I'm just trying to get through my deck.
You did nothing.
And
Just want to dig to my good cards.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Cool. And then I will lead from hand.
Into the dome.
One simply does not give up the dome, especially when the Batman is on the line.
Mm-hmm. That was from hand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 3.
Or am I bluffing? That's what you gotta ask yourself.
I don't think you're bluffing.
Joseph says Melba toast. What's Melba toast?
Now you gotta look it up.
Chris says I feel like Melba toast is for people who eat Vegemite, non-ironically.
I am one of those people, but I don't like Melba toast. It's fine,
How do you
but
feel
it's not a Ritz cracker. Is all that I'm
How do you
saying.
feel about vanilla wafers?
I'm into them. Some people are really into Fig Newtons too. You know those people?
They're not that good.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not a Newton guy.
It's a little questionable, really.
I am a Keebler guy. Keebler cookies?
That's not
There's
surprising.
a range of Keebler cookies I would eat, and would eat it. Particularly at my great aunt's house. She always had the Keeblers in stock.
This thing is stocked, baby.
Yeah. She also always had a really nice cereal cabinet.
It's disappointing that you led from hand there. That's a bummer. Now I've got to do it, and I didn't want to get into this stalemate in the middle nonsense, but here we are, aren't we? You got one armor over there on Kumaya.
Yep. We'll be late to the party together. With you.
Okay. Let's go to skirmish. Beep, 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 beep. 0 plus.
Cancel it.
0.
It's a good try.
None damage. Let's make an attack here. Any shenanigans?
Nope.
Oh, cool. I'll choose the +1. So that's going to be 4 damage to you.
Take 3.
And I'll put a card down from here.
Gotta use the 3. Forced it.
Aggravating.
Yeah, great.
Aggravating.
Then I'll have a reaction to that.
No, something dumb.
Um.
Into the turn, you're gonna react.
Mm-hmm.
I like you can react to the frameworks. It's pretty cool.
Let's go quick shot on one of your minions over here with Shadris. Kapow!
That one. You choose.
This one.
Okay.
Because they don't move.
They don't move anymore.
Don't you forget it.
Mm-mm. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll go to the resolution. Let's look at number 1. You've got 2, 3, 4 eyes on the point. I've got 1. You're currently ahead by 3. Let's flip the cards. Ready? 1.
I win by 2.
You don't have any cards over there? You got Seth. Seth's got 1.
Oh, I win by 2.
Yeah, you got 1,000,000.
3. That was from top. So I win by 3. So we're going to move this 1, 2, 3. Now minions that can still see it, which is both my minions, stay.
They stay. And then we spawn 2.
Wow.
Normal spawn rules.
That's wild.
So now if I just like put one back here, you know, I don't know, is that right? Feels right still.
That's where I want mine.
It feels right.
Away from your tree.
You know?
I want it, so I have to place first. Then you get to decide.
Yeah. So one's got to go on, right?
Yeah.
Go on.
Aaron Clark says, wait, minions don't move anymore? They only move if they don't have line of sight. So
Yeah, really cool.
Also, one of the best things about this game, line of sight for everyone is 3. Movement is 3. It's always 3.
It's always 3. I think Yami's going to try to come get a piece, so we're going to sit that there.
You know how Yami likes to walk over the minions.
She does, and I'm trying to make it as annoying as it can be. Over here to number 2, I've got 3 eyes on. You've got 2 eyes on.
Yep.
I've got a card. It's a 3.
So you win by 4?
3, 4, 5, 6 to 2. I win by 4.
He gets smushed, and then you move it 3. Do you move it 4 technically, if you could?
If I could, yeah, but it has to stop at the towers.
Then you spawn first.
You spawn. Am I getting into some business here? Do that there. That there.
This here. Then we go into the middle. We'll see who's on first, what's on second.
I got a 3.
Oh no. I have a 3.
Yeah. Push.
Then we clear our resources. Then we go to round 2.
Didn't spend any.
Then we ready our heroes.
And then you go first.
We draw 2. Is that right? If you have more than 6, you start over.
Yep. Draw 2 and keep going.
All right, X-Wing players.
So, Jose, once a minion is trying to, once the control phase is happening and they can no longer see the control point, that's when you snap them to the spawn. Biscotti, you can win by defeating all enemy champions. It is really not possible, though, because they respawn. So you've got 3 win conditions, and then you can always destroy the Nexus as well. That was a fairly clean round.
That was a clean round. We both did similar things.
Yeah. Which is not really... I need to figure out how I'm going to win this game.
That's a good objective.
Have you been starting there? Are you ahead of me on that?
So you did a little more damage, and I have 1 extra minion.
Yeah.
That was the exchange.
Sounds like I'm going for the double kill then.
How many cards you got?
6.
Yeah, same. So we essentially had a flat round there.
Very flat. What are you going to do now?
That's a good question.
I'm not done yet.
We're not done yet.
What are you going to do?
I don't.
Hey, dude, what you gonna do? Hey, man.
No.
Hey, kid. Stop all the downloading. There's so many stupid things.
You were
that
saying
we
that
say out loud
yesterday.
that people under the age of 30 would never understand, like that early internet stuff.
Yeah, back when the internet was new.
Yeah, and then they're like dancing now. They have like secret dances, which I was not. The internet wasn't doing
That's
dances
from,
back in the day. TikTok?
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite.
A lot of those dances. My nieces and nephews know that it started with the floss and it just got worse from there.
Yeah, it only goes down from the floss, man.
All right, I'm gonna go with Shadrach again. Shadris. He's going to
I may have a response.
get out of town. I'm going to activate.
I may have a response here.
Can you respond before I do my first thing?
Absolutely. You can respond to the framework. This
I'll
is
show you a framework.
start of your turn.
Sir.
Um,
Sir.
Actually, no, it wouldn't work because this is when an enemy hero activates adjacent to. So do you declare activation and then we have a response cycle and then activation resolves? I think that's how it works. Isn't it?
Oh, because you could morph up into...
Yeah, I think that's right.
Into business mode.
So I think this works. I'm going to try it anyway. And then Joseph or similar you declare activation, and if this works like the game I expect to work, I'm going to play Touch of Leothan, apply Shapeshifted to Brilvar. And then the activation is going to resolve, at which point you're not slow.
Who's slow?
You.
I'm going with him.
Oh, never mind.
I thought you also had a way to move.
I don't have anything. You don't need to worry about that. You're not going to be slow at all.
Mine?
Yeah,
I'm going with Shadrach.
I'm just showing you
not
what
Kumaya.
I could do, not that I am going to do.
All right, he's going to punch that minion.
Let's see here.
In the dunk tank.
All right, it's not the slow one, it's the attacky one. Oh, and because you couldn't attack me, yeah, I couldn't do that. So all of that was wrong. I'm glad I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I just showed you what was possible. How important is that minion? Not. You can punch the minion.
All right, we dunked him.
Very dunked. Well then.
Then I'm gonna skirmish.
Okay.
That thing.
Okay.
+1. Your armor soaks in.
My armor's 2.
Then I will lead from the top of my deck.
Oh my gosh, come on.
When he becomes exhausted, I can push target adjacent marked hero 1 hex and apply slow. Eat snail.
I'm marked, huh?
Yeah. Just want to make it tough for you to do things.
Well, I better get to doing then. Better get to doing. Okay, so
Better get to doing.
let's go skirmish declare here.
You got it.
Hip to that?
Yep. Hip and with it.
First action, or first one is move. Second is flip a 0. And now do I move back or not? No, I don't move back at all. Yeah, we're Robbie Hillo on this thing. Let's go ahead and attack Shadrach there. 2+ a card. Any
Kumaya.
anything exciting?
Jeez. No, we good.
Take 2.
-1 for armor.
Yeah. Boy, the question abounds. Ever present. We're gonna do the old shapeshift in the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over to you, Kent. Who's going to stop pushing and start killing? Isn't that really the question we've got to ask ourselves?
That's really funny. What's the old tree do?
The old tree beard? If you can see a pillar, he gets +1 to his attack for each friendly minion in line of sight. Okay. So I can currently see 2 minions. I would have +2 to my attack. Yeah. And then other things can come over and shapeshift him and basically plant him in the ground. Then he can't be moved.
Okay.
2 with 2 cards, 0 armor. Very strange hero, really.
Great. In the reality of it.
The grand scheme of things, very
All right,
strange.
we're going to go with Yamidala.
Okay.
She's going to burn you, mark you like a tree. I'm gonna declare the
You
worship action.
declare the intent to mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna worship with Yami. You can...
All right, give me a second here. I might have some stuff.
I can't see
Now
it.
you can go anywhere adjacent to me.
That is correct. That is correct.
And you teleport. You don't move.
Placed.
Mm.
She good.
Okay. Well, I don't see what I can do about that, so
Trees on fire, never a good thing.
not gonna do anything.
All right, she's gonna teleport to here, and then I do 1+ damage to you. It's the part of the
Yeah, you
resolution.
got it. You did it.
1 + 0, take 1.
Taking 1.
All right, then I'm gonna declare a move action.
Move action is gonna be just fine.
All right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and that first minion she does her ability through. So I'm gonna flip the top card. And
-1.
do 1 plus. Why is it, oh, you want to see a -1? It's a 0. He gone, and then I'm just gonna attack that other minion.
Really?
Yep, clear it.
Clean.
+2. I
Got that in the wrong order.
Yeah, I sure did. You know, just I need to make sure your heroes don't do what they're supposed to do at all.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
my goal.
I
Really
like
unfun.
showcasing heroes in this way. Let's kill all the minions that are powering your ability. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Well, I guess I'm not doing anything in this lane. Not the matchup I'm looking for, but the matchup I have. Cool.
I realized after I did it, which is exactly what I would do when we were just straight up playing. It was like, this is really not showcasing this hero very well. Don't mind me.
All right, who's got it? Who's gonna die?
He's switching to the assassination.
I don't want to die.
Not me.
I gotta watch out though, because like you've got a bajillion minions here.
Sure do.
I don't really have anything that I can do about that. I mean, four minions over there? The heck?
And because they don't move, AoEs are a lot harder to pull off.
Yeah, it does make that the case, for sure. Tight spot. We're in a tight spot. Where'd my minions go? I need something that clears. I feel like that's a requirement of a list. You need to be able to clear multiple minions with a hero. Or switch the math, you know, 1 up.
Yeah.
So you don't have a card here. So my best bet is to like deal with that basically.
A card helps. But yeah, having a hero or having a card that lets you get rid of a minion means that a hero can attack and you can play the card. I technically have like Yami can do 2, plus I have obviously the
old quick shot.
Quick shot. So it's a nice. And it's not my list, but I also like combustion for that reason.
Okay. All right.
It's so good to have this game back on the table. It's like using a muscle that you haven't used in a long time.
Like my heart.
Yeah. Is that board like a little cattywampus?
We did the best we
See
could.
the 3 in the middle?
We did the best we could. The 3 in the middle?
I think we bumped it. Like the line's going like right here.
Yeah.
Just looked a little sideways.
There's a good way to do this. I just can't quite think of it.
It eludes me. So good. I just can't quite
think of how to do this well.
That's so funny.
Now, I'm worried that you're going to come in here and rock little Akla like a hurricane, essentially.
Tag team.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of that tag team in wrestling? Just the dudes.
The Tsunami and and Tropical Storm.
They're
whatever it
coming
was.
in. There's a storm predicted.
Huh. Okay. Well, okay. We're fine. Everything's just fine. Everything's just fine. It's just about to be a party in the middle.
What up, Gregors? Hello from Poland. That's awesome. Early on during the pandemic, we always did a check-in to see where people were watching from, and it always blew my mind. Because it was from everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay, we're going to start with Akla.
Mm-hmm.
Akla has got to do some math here. Akla's going to do a worship action.
Getting that pillow.
We're going to get a pillar. And we're going to put it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Then...
New rules. Oh, no. Hold on, I might have a reaction. Wait, when can I react? Do you have to pick the spot?
I'm going to declare a worship action.
Do you have to choose the spot? Or do you choose the spot after?
Oh, I do target the hex, yeah. No, I don't anymore, because it's within 3. I don't have to target. Just within 3.
I'll let it happen.
Wherever I want.
What are you doing with that?
Let's see. And it says Akla within 3 hexes and adjacent to a pillar. So I'm going to put it...
You'll
here.
appreciate this. Buggerlug is saying, stream is looking better and better. Great stuff, guys.
Thank you.
Tom McCall, you guys have been international celebrities for quite some time. Yeah, we're right down there on the X, the Y list, Z list, if you can call it that.
All right, we'll do that. Second action, we're going to declare an attack on Setheru.
Because you can see him because I'm next to it.
Yeah. Line of sight to all he is within 3 hexes and adjacent to a pillar. You are within 3 hexes. You are adjacent to a pillar. Any reaction to that?
Maybe.
It was celebrity overnight.
You good?
Okay. 3 plus 1. Take 4. Seth says, what?
Do-huh?
Now, the real question. The real question. I'm going to skirmish. At Yami. 0 plus 1.
1 armor.
Armor soaks it.
It's a thick dress.
Thin.
Finished.
Finished.
Got it.
Finito. Worship attack skirmish.
Buggerlug says, can I remind Zach about the Skytear painting contest I'm running with the prize support from PvP?
Get on Bugger Lugs' painting contest.
You can remind us now. It was actually really cool. It's I guess you can't post a link on YouTube. It's on Board Game Geek, I think, right? I remember looking at it.
BGG?
BGG. Too much time together. Going crazy.
Yeah, awful.
Don't think about it. So you didn't lead. You're going to lead with the tree. I get it.
I probably will lead with the tree, yeah. If anyone's going to lead, it's the tree. He clearly is doing well at supporting these minions.
She.
That's right. She. Excuse me.
Pardon me.
This tree person.
Right.
Are you guys speaking, is that Czech? Is that even a language? Is that Polish?
Yeah, they're, I think it is, they're saying Czech, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't feel it. So I have to tackle Brilvar if I go with her.
And I'm at plus, I'm at 3 armor. From being shapeshifted.
I'm going to go with Kumaya.
Kumaya. All right.
No. I'm going to go with Sethiru. Yeah, let's do that.
We're both full up. We're fully loaded, man.
Yeah,
we haven't cast a thing.
No. I'm terrified of that presence. All right, I'm going to move.
No actions.
I'm going to shoot Aqua.
You're attacking?
Yeah.
Just attacking Akla, eh?
That's awesome. So yeah, Bugger like saying BGG and the painting channel on the Skytear Discord. 2 entries per person. Prizes for first and standout submissions judged by PvP themselves.
This is a great question. You're attacking me.
I sure am.
I got a response.
Okay.
I'm gonna play slide. Target enemy 2 hexes, move them 1 hex. Akla's casting that, baby.
Okay. I will resolve.
Now I need to figure out where you're supposed to go. You got to target with dodge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I push you in the dome, you can't dodge react.
Nope.
But do I want you in the dome? I mean, of all places. Is that really where Sithuru wants to be? I mean, how hard do you want to win this lane, really?
By 5.
The amount that would knock the towers over? Fascinating.
Bugger like saying, hello from lockdown London. Yeah, unfortunate, but glad you guys are being safe.
Okay. Well, we've got ourselves in a bit of a pickle here. There's just no 2 ways around it. Where are you supposed to be, man? I don't like you anywhere. Just get away from me entirely.
Here, there, everywhere.
Let's put you here.
Yeah. All right, so my attack fizzles.
Get slid. The earth moved, and Sethuru was dumped into the dome.
Let's
Activate Yami.
lead with Sithir.
Okay. From hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Choices, choices. Recover a lane or push a lane.
What a lane do to you?
Ha ha ha.
Oh, 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 oh. Like the Red Skull laugh track from a video game.
Now,
It's also really nice to be playing on the 2-lane map again.
yeah.
We did a lot of that solo lane, which was super fun, but just something about coming home.
Yeah, you know, do you, man,
We're back into the Skytear right here. This decision right here.
into the tier. And I've got to think about, again, how I'm going to win. That's kind of where I'm thinking more.
I think a lot of times it's really easy to like try to win on all fronts.
Yeah.
And try to make the best exchange on all fronts, and then not really understand the thing you're really trying to do to win.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. All right, Vorhild is going to take a move.
Mm-hmm.
Do a skirmish.
Mm-hmm.
Seth.
Hold on.
You can't, actually. It's a skirmish.
Okay.
-1.
Nailed it. I thought you were attacking. I was like, wait a second.
Now the attack.
All right.
And I think the attack is actually not at Seth. You can believe it. Not for your card-based reasons, but it might be because I'm aiming for a double kill. I need to get 2 things down to very low health. One of them I can hit with a skirmish. One of them I probably can't. So I'm going to declare an attack here.
Okay. You have any reactions first?
I don't.
I will go ahead and dodge. It's the dodge that we all wanted and needed.
No.
Your face looks like the guy on dodge.
You're gonna target a hex?
Place caster and then the target hex within 2 hexes. Yeah, sure. This one.
Okay.
If it worked. If big, if true.
Okay, big if true.
Avoid the
Let's see
attack
if we-
and
if
not
we
have to
can-
attack Brovar.
See if we can get that something there. Something going on there. Big if true indeed. Okay. All right. Okay, you got it.
We dodging.
Dodged.
Pulled
Done.
up in that caravan. All right. So you have 2 cats in the middle,
2 cats in the middle.
and they've both gone.
They're both gone.
Who's left? Tree? Treebeard?
Tree man.
Well, I think this is the way. So if I win by enough to smush all your minions, they get smushed and I move it that much anyway. Like if I win by 5, I could smash 5 minions and move it 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the smashing of minions doesn't even really impact. It always is going to move the amount you win by.
Decision time, eh?
Decision time and things were cool. Invasion is back on the menu, Joseph. Garrett asking, new expansions out, more regular Skytear streams. It'll probably be a similar schedule, Jared, honestly. It's the kind of game that you're going to see probably once or twice a month, I'd say. Likely.
I mean, probably like a preview-ish, and then after it comes out stream at least. If every 12 weeks is a new release, then like that's at least 2 or 3 times every 12 weeks. There's not really math to it.
It's a brain burner. It's hard to stream this it was very hard to stream it every week. Just going home and dying.
Enjoying every moment of it. Though.
Just, maybe.
It was a sweet death.
Locator, you're totally right. No, it's a Skytear stream when you arrive, and both Steven and Zach look like they're concentrating hard on the board in their hands. Yeah, it's something else. It's the pinnacle of analytical decision making, but it's not purely analytical. That's the beauty of it. That's why we play games.
That's right.
That's why chess can get bent.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
We're going with Kumbaya.
Yeah, I had no idea. Nice.
Yeah, she's gonna move.
Okay, let me think about this. Where is Zach gonna go? He's gonna jet set out to Nowheresville. You know it, I know it, Zorak know it, etc. Okay, hold on. Okay. No, nothing. No problems.
Skirmish.
Okay. All right. I do have a reaction to that. If you can believe it.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Not good. Mana's full. Need more mana.
Aqua's mana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, not good.
Ooh, not good. That would have been such a good play. It's aggravating. Slide was good, though.
It did prevent a lot of things from happening.
Let me see if there's any way that I can get a body in there. There's not, by the way. It's not possible.
Can I get a body up in there?
Can I get a body?
Someone give me a body.
Okay, it's no issue.
All right, we're skirmishing.
Well, hold on.
Ah.
I have issues.
Ah.
She's melee, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no, it still doesn't work. No, wait. I can't target. Problems. Yep, good.
All right. Badoo, badoo. There.
Mm-hmm.
For 1.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5. 2, 2. Add 3. I can't get it. How much health do you got left? A lot.
But not a lot for, a lot for Akla, but not a lot.
In the grand scheme.
13?
It's cool.
14?
I'm gonna lead from the top.
You already have Seth on there. Keep that in mind.
Seth's in the middle.
Oh, right.
I need some
That was
reinforcements
the
here
point,
to put on
wasn't
the
it?
pressure.
Yeah.
So the thing I was thinking was, 1, I want to put more pressure here, so the tree wants to stay here. Secondarily, it forms a wall. So if he wants to try to get in the middle, he's gonna have to really, like, this is his spot.
Or you can skirmish and move here.
Yeah, but like you have to go around and you get one other action. So like you basically can choose, do you help here or this? But if you abandon this, you have to spend 2 actions to get in, and I still would probably win because I have a face down lead card here.
Wouldn't.
We will see.
3rd action lead over. Just as said, I think Zach could have won. Can't win invasion. Can't win the tamer.
So
can't double kill. So
my other play was move here
Mm-hmm.
and punch and lead,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm ahead by.
How far do you have to send this thing? Wait, I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You gotta win it by 6.
Yeah, so I would be up 2, 3, 4 to 1, ahead by 3. I don't have a 3 to put in, so if I put it, even if I 3, that's the win. If you don't do anything about it.
A 3 is the win there, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Well, no. Here's the problem. It would get me this side, but if all you have to do is not let this. If you can move this 1 space somehow.
So you gotta win it by 1.
Because I only had 1 hero and 4 minions, so I'm at a 5. You're
Yeah.
at 2. If you commit for a 3
And kill a minion.
and kill a minion, you
Yeah.
can move at 1. And I don't win.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so do you recover this lane? Do you recover this lane? I think that's pretty much what you do. Makes sense to me. Well, let's start by doing a presence with the tree. He's in cover if that helps.
You're good.
Predict 2. Hope I see a 3 up there. Interesting. Okay. 1 goes on the... I can discard? Is it discard or bottom of deck on this one?
I think it was bottom, right? Or maybe it was
I
discard.
think it is discard.
Chad will get us in a second. Predict, is it discard or bottom of deck? You can put it off to the side if you want for a second.
I think it's discard. I'm almost certain you discard it.
I gotta get a picture. I forget how great this game looks. When you haven't been playing a lot of miniatures games and then you do,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh yeah, got that. Or social. Hold on. You keep doing your thing. If you have anything to do, you feel free. Seth Theory is awesome. Garble, garble. The old minion dance.
So let's just assume I'm at 2, 6 to 6. I can win it by 1. It's still not good. You just let it go? Surely not, right?
Well, what's your primary condition here? Double kill?
I think so. I think it's what it's got to be. I've got all these little wieners, so I may as well
You just need to lose by
do
not
something with it.
much. By not a lot. Like, not lethal enough. You can lose
Well-
a lot, just not a ton.
So if I do a 2, that puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4 for presidents, 5, tier 6.
Plus a card.
Yeah. You do have that card, don't you?
It's from top rope, though. So who knows?
So I'm probably losing this no matter what. I mean, I'm losing this no matter what. I think that's fair. But the real question is, am I losing it in a way that, you knock down 4 towers? Or should I take the Dark Vigilante and actually give myself a shot at either recovering a lane or getting these heroes down to a point where I can actually work through them? Okay, so let's think about this.
That's true. Deck leads are technically supposed to go sideways.
And then you could always have shenanigans. Forget that. Let's not forget, dude.
What are you talking about?
I think this lane's going. I think it's gone. I think it's long gone.
Give it the boot.
Because the control point can't push past it this turn. So it's always going to wait one turn. You get all the cards in Casterly Rock.
Just one card.
Yeah, just one card. All right, let's do like this then. Okay. Now, first action. I'm going to declare a skirmish.
I declare.
Oh, now it doesn't. It goes up against the Nexus. Well, color me confused by these new rules.
So wait, it can blow past?
So it blows the towers up first and then it moves? Oh no.
That's game
That
changing.
changes everything. Where's that in the rules? Okay, interesting. I thought it always had to wait one turn. I could have sworn that was true.
Yeah, I thought it moved and then destroyed towers.
No, I guess you remove within 2 and then you move it. That's interesting.
Just saying you do damage first.
So I probably need to prevent that from happening.
We've just rarely had a 5 damage
4, 5,
on a single
6.
turn.
So if you're at 9, even let's say you're at the best you can be, you're at 9, 8, 7, 6 for presence.
5, 3, 0, 9.
So I've got to get a 2 or better to prevent it from dropping.
And now, if you defeat a minion, are you factoring that?
No, I'm not, but I'm kind of on a different page on that one.
Cool.
I'm going to go with the one that brung me here. So skirmish, good?
Mooney makes a good point. It's always damage first because otherwise you could rush a lane and knock it down. So it doesn't move first. It always does damage first. That makes sense.
Am I good to skirmish?
Yeah, you're good, man. You go.
Skirmish damage. 3. It's like he knew. How did he know?
Why is that crying?
Yeah, so I think I really am going to just sit on my normal, what I've got to do. 3, 4. Then I'm going to declare a move.
You got it.
I declare bankruptcy. And then the all-important grand question mark. You probably just take it from the top of the deck.
Yeah, as long as it's the one you win.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah. Now, but right now, technically I've got 4 tier 1 plus a random card. Or is that hand
was
card?
from hand, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll deck up.
Alrighty, Roo.
Because I know what that is.
End of the round?
Yeah.
Numero uno. 4, 5,
What's your card over here?
6 plus a 3. Make it a 9.
I just did that Leonardo DiCaprio meme on accident.
So 9 to 1.
All right. You knock all the
I get a
towers
card.
down.
Thanks for playing.
Move it. We don't get to...
These minions will move because they can't see it.
That's right. And then we spawn 2.
None. But you don't, right? Because you lost your tower.
Oh, right on. Yeah, no spawns for me.
Look at that glorious field of red.
Map to happen this turn.
All right, numero dos. I have 3 tier 2 plus a 3.
Man, 2 alties under there? What?
6 to 2, so I win by 4. So these
Oh my
get
gosh.
smushed.
Did almost win.
1, 2, 3, 4. Neither of them can see it, so they get to move.
Since when did you build old Zach's pushy list, huh?
Well, I don't know. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm in the least. There you go.
I guess that's fine.
Then the middle, of course, I had a 3, unless you have a 0.
Nope, I got one.
All right, you got it. Bring on the vigilante. Joseph, we didn't forget presents. The tree has it.
I think he said he did. He forgot
got
presents. Let's see. Piercing. Piercing is through armor.
Where does he spawn?
Any tower adjacent to a tower or a nexus. And I think he can spawn next to knocked over towers if I remember that right, but you guys should
Like
tell
over
me.
here?
Like he could spawn adjacent to this even if there's no towers there. That would be cool if he couldn't though. That'd be phenomenal, actually.
For some of us.
Well, it would just be cool. It would be bad for me because
Yeah.
I really want him right here.
But just the idea. He can't spawn next to a dead tower.
Cool. I like it. Okay. So let's spawn him here. Bat and clean up. He's going to do his first, which is a slash. I'm sorry, a sever. Dark Vigilante has +1 skirmish damage and takes a skirmish action.
Okay.
I'll go 1, 2. Skirmish on Seth. 1 +2, take 3. Then he'll do a skewer, which is piercing. Takes a skirmish action. 1, 2, 1 plus. 2 with no armor. And he'll do a slash. May damage enemy minions. Now, the question becomes, do I just take the attack here? Put some heat on that. Or do I take a minion out? I think I have to kind of do it this turn, do I not?
This is a problem.
There's no way. I mean, I don't even think I have AoEs in my world.
Because, like... Oh, wait. I can't. There's a spot here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can't even... You can barely get to a spot that is within 3 of that thing.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
You can only get so many in, so you really would have to do some work,
All right,
especially because this is all clogged up.
Well, let's just try it. I never do this kind of stuff. So do you think 2+ is better than 1+ piercing?
On her, it's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing, right?
Yeah, because that Kumai's got 1 armor, so it's the same math.
Okay. But I will sit there, and will that matter? Maybe.
Joseph says the attack is piercing. Do you get piercing period?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Gains
you attack.
piercing. Oh yeah,
2
much
plus
better.
your
So 2+. Take 3. Onto yeah. All right. Vigilante is active. We have 2 zones, 2 modes of being now. Draw 2.
Just what I was after. All right, and I'm
You're
first.
now the first player.
So, okay, cool.
Joseph, this stream brought to you by my chat. Yeah, very good. Very good. Very helpful.
You got 99 problems here.
Yep. And killing Seth ain't one.
Yeah, Seth's got to get out. He does not want to be in his current location. Although you can downtown snipe him with the right card.
With an Acha? That is the point of the Acha.
Okay. You want to clear your resources?
Oh, yeah. Do I? Well, it's all come down to this.
Yeah. We're in the end game now. Tom McCall. And my axe. Perfect.
I see you guys have been on the internet before.
Watched one of them Lord
I
of the
mean,
Rings.
there's plenty of worlds where this doesn't get knocked down. I think this getting pushed is one of the bigger issues here.
I concur.
If I were just spitballing.
It's it's an issue to an extent. All right, let's get Sethuru out of here.
I can't feel my people.
All right, I'm going to activate Sethuru and react to me activating him.
Okay.
He's going to play Doom on the Archer. Target enemy hero cannot be healed. Place a card face up on that hero from the top of their owner's deck.
Good question here. That's a bummer. I'm gonna touch of Leothan to shapeshifter, so she can't be targeted.
Cancel. All right, can't target you. Doom gets played anyway, and it fizzles.
Kind of same thing gets accomplished there, really.
Yeah, made you put a card on there. All right, he is going to move.
Okay, I've got an action there. Think about how best to do said action. I think there's only one way to do it, actually. Yeah. So Treebeard is going to do a stone barricade. Target adjacent hexes here. Place a pillar there, and it's a blocking element for this move.
Okay.
That's not really what matters there, but so we place the pillar, and that's going to trigger Warhild's ability. When a friendly pillar is placed or removed within 3, deal 1 damage to target enemy hero.
Nice.
Got one in.
That was cool.
Pop, 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 pop.
Golden.
Yes, golden.
Skirmish.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll do the flip there on Akla.
Yeah.
For 2.
Take 2.
And then he go boop, boop. Then, what's Akla got left now? 12?
12, yeah.
He's just going to shoot at Akla.
It's good.
3 plus a card. 5 damage.
Ooh.
Getting there.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is Sethuru. Joseph wants to make sure we note Invasion, which is the win condition where I have my Nexus next to your side of the board, is not until after the Outsider is activated.
Which is because we also have
The Tamer.
defeat 2 with an outsider.
And we also have the double kill.
2 with an activation. So as long as I can tee up something here, I may be okay.
You're not super far away from it.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Akla's gonna go. Any problems with that?
Currently, no.
Boss. Let's see. Yeah, the first thing he's gonna do is worship, and we're gonna target this hex with our worship action.
So I have it there as well, put it like that so you know where it's targeted.
You're good.
Okay. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna remove this pillar to trigger Aqua's little Nowhere to run ability. Deal 1+ to an enemy hero adjacent to the removed pillar. This one. 2. Arc's going to cast Skytear Drain here to here. Discard 2 power cards. Wish they were random.
It would be better for you. Okay. 2 cards.
All right. Cool.
Card's so good. Drive me crazy. The noose is getting tightened.
Second action.
You gotta ask yourself.
You gotta ask.
Do you feel lucky? Do you?
I think. Yeah, second action, we're gonna attack that one, the double dagger.
What's your attack set? 2?
3 with 2 cards.
Wow.
I've got to be careful here.
Yeah, because you don't want to defeat me.
You're right. Yes, you're absolutely right.
You actually specifically don't want to defeat me. That's the miraculous part.
Isn't that crazy? It's true. We don't target anymore with the worship action. I forgot about that. I don't even have to tell you what my plans are.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, if I just hit the dads here. Although, you know, it changes the game, right? So then I'm trying to clean this lane up after that because then I actually have a shot. So, yeah, win some, you lose some. Yeah, this is totally a weird game. It's because we're just not like super good. That's when the best
I
games
felt like
happen.
it was good.
Well, we're not like, we haven't min-maxed our list to like
Yeah.
win in 1 turn or any of that stuff.
Melee?
Correct.
Melee?
Yes.
And you're attacking here
Mm-hmm.
with an attack?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do this because it's fun.
Bring it on.
Yami's going to play Soul Transfer.
Is that the swap their HPs?
Swap the caster's HP with I'm going to target here.
Yeah. Transfer that soul, baby.
All right. Finish your attack.
All right. Well, no, Yami's the shooter. 4 damage.
All right. So she's got 1 armor. Taking 3.
Mm-hmm. This is a great question.
Joseph Kane. Now that's real bad. I've been holding on to that for a while, and I was just like,
Now, Akla's got to be careful here too that there's not just a death party,
a depansoning?
because that could definitely happen.
Definitely.
Yeah, it could definitely.
Definitely.
Happen. Well, let's do a skirmish on skirmish action.
You got it.
Okay. Do you Seth out here? It's the best shot because you're at a 0, so it's the best chance of doing something as compared to Yami.
Yeah.
So let's Seth. Of course. 3 to Seth. And then we get a move. And we may actually take it, if you can believe it.
What action is this?
This is the last one.
Yeah.
Warship, attack, and then skirmish. Let's go into the dome. Akla's done. Done your best, buddy. Thank you for that.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yami, you're so good. I'm gonna go with Yami.
Okay.
He's going to worship. We're gonna mark Akla.
Marked.
He's a freaking magician.
Yeah, that's good.
To here? No, we'll go here. No, we'll go here. Where's Treebeard?
Treebeard? Right here?
Yeah. Then it's 1+ a card.
Run them.
1+0.
Take one.
Then let's punch Akla.
He's gonna impervious himself, +2 armor.
Okay. So 2+ a card.
Yeah.
2+1, 1 damage. And then she'll move here. And then,
You want to skirmish there?
oh yeah, I'm gonna
Take a shot.
let me think about that.
Somebody.
I'll take a skirmish and I'll swing at the tree.
Okay.
For 1.
Tree 1.
Move here. And it's the end of that. End of her action.
All right. Okay.
What up, Ian Schaefer? Hope you're doing well.
All right. Activate here.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
No, I can't see it.
That is why I liked that spot.
That's important. So we need to clear a path, basically.
Clinton asking what outsider we're using. We're using the Vigilante. The Dark Knight.
I can't stand on the Nexus, right? Is that true? Or is that false? Black Bear.
Beats. There. I don't know. Sure. No. Maybe. So the chat will get us. Waiting. Waiting.
Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Okay, so yeah, you've not gone with those two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've also got to worry about lane over there.
Here, there, everywhere.
Every lane. Maybe that's right. Perhaps it was Toad. Let's see, we resolve 1. You're currently a 6.
That was a money impervious, by the
7.
way.
Yeah. Yeah. It might just be kill to get cards moments.
Sometimes you gotta dig for the answer.
Mm-hmm.
There would be an answer.
Yeah,
Remember, didn't you tell me earlier if it's flat, you can stand on it?
that's right. I did say that. I'm not sure that that's true.
Chat's really letting us down here. And no one's out there. Echo.
No. Okay, we're gonna go with Treebeard. We're gonna do a move.
Don McCall, the Nexus is not considered a hex for any game purposes other than line of sight for control tokens. But that's not the Nexus. You can't stand on this thing. But the control point.
Control point, yeah, you can stand on that. We've been through this before.
Here comes Treebeard. Here comes Treebeard. Right down Treebeard Lane. It's almost the holidays. What is happening?
Yeah, and then Treebeard is gonna attack this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right.
You got to create the opening.
Yeah, there's a lot of openings is the problem. You could open that. Open there. Swing it with that a million times. Hit it still. -1, got that out of there.
Squish.
And then I need cards. I'm all out of love. I'm so card without you. What are what are you going to do? All right, tree man. You're going to hold this lane. 4
Hold the door.
to 6 right now. 4 to 6.
Count 7 technically because of Cume.
Yeah, but we're
You
just
seem to get knocked
thinking
someone out.
thinking ahead.
Yeah. Assuming things are gonna go the way you need them.
I play to win.
I support that.
I don't know, man. I can also just go 1 from the top rope here. I think that's right. I'm gonna go 1 from the top rope. Now, technically, I would know exactly what this card is.
You would. Don't you look at that?
I'm gonna go through this discard pile real quick. Give me just a second. I'm not even gonna do it. I am gonna count my 3s though. That is all that I really need to know. Luckily, my exciting deck building method already covered this. So I know
How many 3s are in your deck?
exactly how many
8?
are there. I don't remember, honestly.
I think the answer is 8. 4 ultimates and 4 non-ultimates. Oh, there's more than 8.
Yeah. Okay. So I know exactly what I need
Share
to
the
know.
Pudding says, wow. You know the emoji on Facebook? Wow.
All right, so I know what this is.
Put it under.
I don't know if I
Hey,
don't
you're
know.
leading, aren't you?
Well, I
you
do, yes, but
recanting?
I can do it from this or from the other one.
Well, what's he doing?
I'm doing it from my hand.
He knows it's bad.
It's very bad.
Clinton with the words of wisdom here. In order to win, you have to make sure you don't lose.
Oh, but man, there's such a good play if I don't lose. Now, it has to be adjacent to a nexus, right? So if I just push this back 1, that's all we need.
Yeah, but the minion didn't go anywhere.
That's true.
So it has to be able to spawn. Like if you put someone here as well, if someone ends up here, even if that moves somewhere.
Well, I'm just talking about for invasion. Because you have to have 2 next to stuff to make it count.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So Treebeard.
You simultaneously have to not let this one get there, and also you need to move that one just in case.
Treebeard is going to go from the deck here. All right, done. Over to you.
From top rope. Now, do you shuffle right now, or do you shuffle when
Yeah,
you
I think
need
I
to draw?
shuffled right now. Yeah, Akla got tagged after the fact, didn't he?
All right, I'm gonna go with old Shadrach.
Okay, yep. Finally get that out of the way. Let's see what's going on there.
He's gonna move.
Oh, and it's unshapeshift at the end.
Am I good to move?
You're good to move.
He's gonna punch a minion.
Mm-hmm. You succeeded.
3 damage. Let's get this one out of the way. And then he'll lead from the top rope.
Yeah.
He literally is playing exactly like I suspected.
Yeah, just a wall.
Which is just being a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing the fundies. Look at this guy.
He's got the fundies.
He's got the touch.
Okay. Now we get to the good stuff. Let's find out. And then, who's your last one?
Kumbaya.
Oh, right. I thought she was happening just then. As I do.
Yeah, you think she's Shadrach. and she's
Constantly.
not. Shadrach's a dude.
Until the end of time, do I think that.
Too good.
It's a shame she can't worship there. That's a bummer. Now, Mother Mary. What are we going to do here? What are we doing? Do we just... Let's see. Is there a world? In a world. There's a world where I could do 5 here. Flip a 3. Do 5. Take Yami out. Then I can't skirmish over, which is really my problem.
Can't skirmish over what?
And then I have to be able to skirmish and do 3 to Seth. So I need to flip 2 3s is a win. It's a win. It's right in front of me. None of these cards work.
We're on the verge of greatness. We were this close.
So meantime, my other win condition, both of them have gone. Okay. So the other one condition is we've got to get Yami super low. Yeah.
Then you double assassinate with the old vigilante.
You try. You really try.
Ooh.
I think that's the out, yeah. If I'm being for real.
I am for real.
So I guess we'll do, let's see. And then I might lead from the top to cover up my fateful lead from the tree man. You know? Or do you try to go keep that lane from going under? Which it very much is. The grand scheme of things going under, it's high on the list.
It's drowning.
It's underwater. It started underwater.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was building such a push list, but here we are. Who would have thunk? Old Red?
Now, the question also is like, what are those 2 cards in your hand and how bad are they? Skirmish, attack Yami, go down to low health. And then...
Tom McCall. And we were swimming. Jared McKine says, grab a bucket.
Okay, so these guys are so funny.
Hold on, what are you declaring?
Declaring a skirmish. I declare skirmish.
All right. I'm going to react.
Yeah.
Kumaya is going to dodge.
Okay. What are you targeting?
That one.
You did it. Okay. This changes our plan. She's still in the pile there. Ah!
There are probably better ways to use dodge, but I feel like not letting you get in with a skirmish means you're going to have to use another action to move. And
That's
then if
correct.
you want to attack, you're just in a bad way.
That's correct. It's correct.
Bobby Hillo has got the dillo.
You know what's so insane right now? I'll have to tell you about it.
Okay.
It's exciting.
I'm excited to get to
after
that
this
point.
moment. But I'm in the middle of this fateful skirmish right now, so I can't be bothered by that kind of stuff. I think I'm still going with my same win con. So pop out here with a skirmish. Oh, that's a white line, isn't it?
Sure is.
Didn't they change that?
I don't think
I was
so.
playing with the revised rules.
The revised map.
There.
Yeah. If they did change it, I made a horrible mistake.
That I don't think that works at all. Honestly, I think we're in the scraping the barrel phase of this game.
Yeah. I kind of denied your plan of action there.
I knew by the moment you started chopping those minions down, this was not what I was wanting at all.
When I started chopping,
Like a lumberjack. This tree is doing
wait
nothing.
a second.
Okay. So, change of plans. But I do still need Yami to die.
She's wily.
How do you get Yami to die? And does the vigilante start where he is, or do you respawn?
You
every
respawn
time?
him.
That's relevant. Man, it's so relevant. This is ridiculous. How crazy.
Joseph, he already declared a skirmish, which I reacted to with a dodge. So he's got to finish the skirmish.
How crazy. Can I get anything out of this? Oh, man, that's a bummer. To move, but can't see you. And then attack.
Yeah, Seth is at 3 health.
Okay, change of plans then. 1, 2, skirmish here.
Mm-hmm.
0 + 1. He's got armor for days. Let's attack. This minion. Good with that?
You got it.
Dead.
Yeah. So skirmish attack.
Mm-hmm.
From the top rope.
And then we may move. It's a nerve-wracking position to be in. Or we may lead. Just lead from the top. Call it a day.
Hope.
Call it a day. Hope and pray. We'll move. Let's go. No. Lead from the top. Feels right.
All right. So who do you have left? You have Rovar left?
Mm-hmm.
I've got Kumaya left. Akla has 2 health left. No, 1 energy left. No energy left.
No energy. No. He's low energy.
All right, let's go with Kumaya.
Hold on a second, man.
Okay.
Don't do it yet. Stop the presses. There's a weird roundabout way that this happens. Let me do this differently. Just this last thing. I'm gonna move into the dome. Because I think I need to have a reasonable way of winning that if my weird, awful plan is ever actually gonna work. So we'll just go like, yeah, we'll stay right there.
Yeah.
I just want to have a body in the dome. So at least you have to lead if you're going to win it or keep me from winning. Anyway.
Yeah, you losing the dome would be.
That's definitely not going to, the plan is definitely not
So when you
good
moved
there.
out, I was going to take a shot at Akla.
Mhm.
I wasn't even going to lead. I was going to try to take him off the board. But that means that Rovar can't take the middle and also help.
Mhm.
And this is a little different.
But you would still win here at this point.
Yeah, but like if she was over here and I take him out, he can't come assist here and help you in the middle still.
Mhm. But her being here prevents me from just straight up losing that.
Yeah.
Because I would be at 2 to your 4 plus a lead card. So as long as it's a 1, it's 3 to 4, it moves 1. We don't have to worry about it.
All right, I'm still going to go with Kumaya.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to... think about life.
Probably should just... You probably have to stay in the dome. This is interesting. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. weird.
All right, let's go to Kamaya. She's gonna skirmish.
I need to wait. Oh, the white line. Ah.
This white line.
Mm-hmm. Because there's no way this is ever. Because you just win here, right?
Unless you come over with Brilvar.
Do you have a lead card over here?
Not
you
yet.
don't. So if tree has a 1, that's 2 to 2, and you're 5 up. If he has a 2, then I don't immediately lose.
So you basically have to come over with Brilvar if I'm over there.
Well, I think I just rolled the dice. I don't know of any other way to do it. Now, if you just stay there and put a lead card down, then yeah. Now we're losing on the Nexus. It's interesting. Which means that this needs to be out here. Then you come into the dome. Then I probably don't lose here. Then Brilvar. So I think the original one was right. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm doing it. It's a sloppy late game.
Okay, I'm still gonna skirmish.
Yeah, skirmish on.
All right, first move 1 card into Aqua.
Give it.
0. There was a 3 too. Yikes. Then she'll move back because I got a 0. If I hit a 2, I had other plans. Then I will lead from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Technically sideways. Same here. Shuffle. And we'll punch the tree.
Mm-hmm. Punch in the tree. Bring it on.
3 plus 0. 3 damage.
Tree on.
End of round. End of my activation.
Okay. So you've got 1,000,000 points here. And the game immediately ends when all these towers are knocked over, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. You just put a card down.
Yeah, but invasion wouldn't trigger until
Mm-hmm.
after everything's happened.
Okay. Wow. So we did 1, 2, 3, skirmish, card. Hope for a big skirmish on Yami. But then you can't even get old Vigilante Man into the party. He doesn't even take a crack at Yami. Yummy. 1, 2, 3. Skirmish. Move. And then how do we get within 3? 1, 2, 3. Ugh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's no good way to do it. There has to be. There's always a way.
I have to think harder.
There's always a way. Maybe, do you just try to kill Yami? Is that really the play here? Or you hope for some great flips. Maybe that's what you do.
Sometimes you got to take a long shot. Shoot the moon.
You can't lose here. You can't lose there. But you're losing everywhere. Lead
The
card,
house
lead
is on
card.
fire.
The house is on fire. It's a real shame because there's such a good opportunity here. Man. Ugh. Okay, Brilvar, what are you going to do? Can you move faster? No. You can't. You got a bajillion there, so you can knock that tower down.
Keith A says, Stephen having his beautiful mind moment. Get the markers.
There's no way to do it. It's so aggravating. The best I can do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to 1 plus a card. If it's a 1, you win. If it's a 2, you don't necessarily immediately win. And then I potentially have a shot with the Vigilante. That's the only option I've got. You got to take the only option, right?
Play to your outs.
This random card has got to be
A 3 or
a
2?
3. No, a 2. A 2 or higher. And I don't know odds. I don't think there's a very good odds that that's the case. Because I know it's not a 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3.
You got it.
Skirmish.
Still got it.
1, 0 plus 3.
Take 2.
Ooh. 2. And then attack that minion in front of me.
You got it.
No, wait. Yeah. But first, I got to cast something. Hopefully you can't do anything about it. I'm going to target sudden distraction here. Discard that lead card.
You want to see what it was?
Sure.
A 1.
There's a million ways that turn could have gone. It's insane. Then attack here. +1.
Squish.
Okay. Cleared the area. Now, because what's weird is you can come over here, discard his lead card, and win this lane. And I was like, yeah, I'm great. But then it's like, you're losing the game here.
You,
Which is
you had to do something
a
here.
bummer. Yeah. So number 1.
Hold on. Before we keep going,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have something.
You got shenanigans?
Yeah, I'm going to use Nightmares Incarnate. Do 3 damage to that minion.
Ooh.
I shouldn't do that. I'm going to win by enough anyway, right? You're not over there. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
You're
you'll win
good.
by plenty. Okay, so number 1, I think it still revolves around this card, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm
Let's count 'em
currently
up.
at 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to
So you're-
1.
No, you're to 1.
So you're ahead by 5.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as it's a 1, ahead by 4.
6 to 1. Yep, 1 by 4, I draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
I've got a card. It's a 1.
Oh, I forgot you were there. I should have played Nightmares Incarnate.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll play it
Yeah.
on him. So then this minion's gone. 4 to 1 plus what's your card?
So I'm at 2, and you're 4 plus 7, so you win by 5.
Oof.
Yeah, push that baby. And it was within 2 of the towers, right? No, it wasn't.
It was within 3. What does it have to be within?
Has to be within 2? No, it has to be within 3, like all things in the game. 1,
Oh,
2, 3.
wow.
So you hit how many of these?
I had 7 total.
7 minus 2, 5. You can blow them all up.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, you had to go through minions.
There's
No,
one.
you didn't.
No, I blew the minion up.
You blew the minion
Yeah.
up.
So I draw a card, and they get blown up.
7 minus 2 is 5, so then you blow up 5 towers,
Yeah,
right?
but I still haven't won.
No, you haven't.
I will win on invasion
because
if you...
Dark Vigilante is about to YOLO his way right into this party.
Yeah. And then technically, wait, do minions spawn now?
They do. Yeah.
And then technically, I can't spawn here.
Oh, that's such a bummer.
But I can do this,
Oh my
right?
God. That's so annoying. Could have happened. I don't think there's any way to sneak into that then. Yeah. Aggravating. All right. Well, I can spawn minions, etc. But I'd have to be
Do you
able to
spawn
get.
minions because I blew it up?
No, yeah, you don't. 2, 1, 2.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
All the damage happens, and then the movement happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it would technically go 1, 2, 3, 4.
It gets all the way through.
These guys would spawn here, and they're out of range, so we go back. You're there.
All right, Will. So if those minions
Yeah,
don't
I just want to see
spawn,
what happens.
then he spawns here next to the tower.
Yeah, he can do that.
Wherever he is. Where's the little Batman? And then he goes skirmish, 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 skirmish.
See if you
and then
could have gotten it
skirmish,
done.
Skirmish. To get through the wrecking ball.
So you get one skirmish here, right?
Well, so the first one is +1 damage. Second one is piercing. So now it's 1 plus -1. Doesn't matter
get
anyway.
Base check.
And then Seth, 1 plus -1. So 2 to Seth.
So you
Not
were,
quite
yeah,
enough.
you're hoping for
Yeah.
the giant long ball.
But the crazy thing is, and it's so close to being like an incredible moment. If you hadn't come doomed, homegirl, I do have her alt. And you were so lined up.
You know what's? It's so funny
You
because
were
like
so lined up for that. Is literally you had this moment right here where like I don't know, there was something going on where it was Yami
Yeah.
and Seth in a perfect line, and I'm sitting here like, if I had one more mana, this is a 4+ to Yami, and then I think I can make it happen.
Yeah.
Just like
that was. I was literally looking at it, and it was like, what are the odds that he has that ultimate? And I realized like I hadn't seen it get discarded,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
It was there.
I think he's probably got it. So my first thing was like, I need to get Seth through out, and I need to get Doom down on her because that longbow could just wreck me.
It could.
That's amazing.
It
That you
could
had it
have.
in your hand.
It's cool.
Joseph missed it by this much. I mean, I think moral of the story, right over here, Treebeard early.
Shut down.
I just took the lane like crazy.
I mean, Treebird on you can't have him in the same lane that you have a minion
Minion clear,
destroyer,
yeah.
but you know, you position out of that. So
Yeah, I mean, part of it though is like my first play I think was Yami here, wasn't it?
placing there, yeah.
Yeah. So then that's where like I think you were flip flopped in the beginning.
You can always crisscross applesauce. So, yeah, well, so my intention was making sure that Tree and I think it was Archer were together. Because I was thinking that she needs somebody who can place towers and he needs somebody who can shapeshift him, but he doesn't really. That shapeshifting thing is kind of a late game, very
It really
niche,
only matters if someone starts going at him.
very niche thing. So
But how strong is it though that if you do go at him, you can just lock him up like that? It's really powerful.
because if you don't, I mean, he's going to do a tremendous amount of damage.
Yeah.
She was like super hard to hit. I mean, it's just like she's just
only got 13
disappearing
health,
all the
but
time.
There were a few times when it was just like it's not worth it anymore.
Took almost nothing. Tom asking the real questions here. What was the biggest factor? Faction, deck construction, position, better play. I mean, all of it. The
top down me? Or
Yeah,
not
construction here. The decks were thrown together very quickly, right? So this is the first time ever touching these new heroes. So you learn a lot about like matchups. Like in this game already, it's like, oh, you really don't want him with anybody who can clear a lot of minions. So that makes sense to try to piece those matchups together. Also, if we're on a 6-person draft, you would probably draft him one of your last picks to say like, oh, he's playing all assassins and they don't have multiple minion kill.
Yeah.
So you would want to draft him last in games like that. It's just what's really cool about it is you're getting cards and heroes that are more specific in what their role is. So like your 6-hero list is now a lot more meaningful in
You
the
literally
decisions that you make.
can have 2 to 4 heroes that are very role specific, and you pick your first 2 or 3 standard, and your last spot or 2. That's what I was talking about earlier. Where like you could literally, if you struggle against Leothan, right? It's like you could have almost an anti-Leothan hero that you bring in. In that case, exactly where it's like if you're playing a lot of things that I am just gonna come try to roll over you and not worry about minions. That's a really fascinating character.
Yeah, once you win one wave, it's just like, do you really want to be over there? +4, +5 damage attack? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Everything was flipped for me. I got a couple of damage in on Sethuru, maybe just 1 with her ability, but she was the only person on the table that ability even cares about.
Yeah.
So you want to be close, but you also don't want to be super close because you got 13 health.
And to be fair, like I had positional advantage quickly. Part of that is I had 2 quick shots in my opening hand, which is just super helpful. And Yami is really good. The new worship action with Yami is crazy.
It's super good.
Her mobility, she was good anyway, but her mobility just went through the roof. As a fan of Yami, I love that. But the other thing is, so I had positional advantage early. And I also, what was the other thing I just realized when we were watching? I think I got fortunate on basically the matchups that happened on each side of the field.
Yeah, they were very much in your favor.
Specifically because I was going first, it was the like I was over here and it was like, oh, if there's no minions over there, the special ability is not doing that much with this.
He's nothing without that.
So I just immediately, and I had to answer immediately. And then the same thing over here, I forgot what it was, but it was like, oh, if I do this one thing, you really can't do much of anything to me over here. And all that said, I also had the soul swap. That was interesting, but like you're literally
That was relevant.
4 damage away. You're doing exactly what you wanted to do, right? Which is you were getting 2 of my heroes very low health, and then you're trying to either double kill or even the tamer.
Or hit the minion, yeah.
Yeah, and so like, but I just had a little too much control too fast.
That positioning at the end was really unfortunate. There was no way. I was like, well, I can get the archer in there and do that. It's like, I really can't.
Yeah, and even a good example there too. I kept finding ways to position and use cards as answers, but I had to dodge into the spot after you declare the skirmish. It's like that was literally probably the damage you needed.
Yeah.
Because you get the skirmish damage, but then more importantly, you don't have to waste an action moving into position, so you get to attack and also control.
Yeah, that was a tough late game. There's probably a world where I just abandon the double kill at a certain point and just try to get basically 2 heroes off the table, and then spend the next turn trying to recover, basically try to tie that up. But it was happening everywhere. The problem too is like this list, and this is a deck construction thing, none of the heroes can kill multiple minions in a single activation.
Yeah.
None of the cards in my deck can do that either.
That's a problem.
Nothing.
I think you have to either have AoEs or someone that can deal with minions.
Yeah, and maybe both.
Or you have to be so good at like control point down, like presence and a lot of 3s. Because that was the thing, is I felt like I consistently was able to win both sides.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Well, you were able to.
Yeah.
But it's funny, usually in our constructed games, we have an even match of things that can hit both 2 minions in a single activation. Like I've got a Strida and you've got Yami, and usually those are kind of the 2. And then sometimes I'll bring in the Pakali that can block the double minion, so it kind of evens out. But if you have one lane where that happens for your opponent, but it doesn't happen for you, bad.
Yeah.
Like you really just have to match, especially when you've got invasion on the table, you've got to match that pressure.
Yeah.
It's just a snowball.
It is totally a snowball. It's the pressure. It's the card draw I get from defeating the towers. And then once it was down, the pressure gets crazy because you don't spawn minions.
Yeah, then it's over. And that's the way it should feel. I mean, that's how Dota feels, and it's good. You have to be rewarded for knocking down all those towers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, I'll say this.
New heroes are good.
New heroes are super cool.
Fun. I think the cards themselves are fun, too.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cards that don't necessarily specifically go with these heroes that I want to play in normal. Being back on the 2 lane was great.
Yeah,
having
2 lane's where
back
it's
on
at.
the table was great.
It's where it's at.
Seeing this again, flexing these muscles again, I'm super happy. I just want to see it keep going.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. So check out Skytear. If you're this far and you haven't done it, that's it. We can tell you just from actually being in the game. You can't always see it, but it's one of the best just gaming experiences on all, we talk about this a lot. It hits like every game mode or every game genre that is appealing to me, at least. It's like I love seeing the physical presence of the models. So it's got that minis game thing. I love the positioning element. So again, it's got the minis game, chess, tactical kind of positioning thing going on. It's got the card deck building thing. It's got the stack playing correctly and having shenanigans and random things that you can't just process out with all the information on the table. That's really where it's different than God Tier. Supremely, you can't just like crunch it out.
Yeah.
There's always random elements that your opponent could have cards in hand. Like that last turn, I was thinking, if I come over here with Brovar and cast the kill your lead card and you have a dodge, which you did at the time in hand actually, and you dodge into cover, then I just lose the game there too. Yeah. So there's so many things you have to consider, and a lot of times that goes unseen and unsaid, but it's incredibly deep. So thanks for joining us, everybody.
It was great. If you haven't checked it out, do so. And we'll be back at some point in the future with Skytear. That said, hey, Monday and Tuesday we're doing a paint-a-thon. We're going to be painting, including Skytear. We're also going to be chatting
ready
about all kinds of stuff. So come back, hang out with us.
And last thing I'll say, if you want any of this stuff that you've seen here, you can buy it off of Skytear's site directly. There's also some distribution going on, I know. And then
A lot of local retailers.
also, if you want all the future products, that's where we come in. So we've got a subscription for this. You sign up, and then we'll charge you 2 weeks before release is supposed to come out. And then it'll ship to you and get to you about on release day, usually right on it. So future products, look at our sub, past products, go direct with Skytear or look at your local retailer to see if they're carrying it. That's the score. Thanks for watching, everybody. I clicked the wrong button. Good to see you guys again.